Ey, esa niña no se aguanta. Ey, quiere todo porque si sabe aguanta. Ey, and we're back.
Wow.
We're back with a very special Thursday live stream with the one and only Dax. If you don't know who he is, you better fucking know. Inspiring artists, honestly, to me, and I'm not just saying that because this motherfucker's here. I actually have told people like we'll be talking business or like talking independent artists and stuff, and I'll be like, somebody that I've seen have tenacity and have goals and really manifest into his life is this motherfucker right here. Like I and mind you, I've been accused of being a little negative, maybe being a little, I called it realist, but sometimes maybe I'm speaking a little negativity into my own shit. And to watch somebody go, I'm gonna get $1 million this, it does it. 2 million this, does it. 10 million this, does it. It is one of those things that's just very inspiring. And I was saying earlier, for people to stop being ashamed to, give people their props, to accept that you can learn from your peers. So I'm stop fucking hyping you up so much because we need to take a shot at 1,000 viewers. So everybody on TikTok, do that shit. We already at 700. But Dax,
man, it's your boy Dax. And we back at it like a bad habit. If you want something in this life, you better go grab it. And today, baby, me and Snow, the product, finna make a big play.
Oh my God. So, I'm sure who handles the sound right now is like, okay. So loud, the range, dynamic. Right. You are very fucking dynamic. How you fucking doing, Dax? Like, straight up.
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm doing great. God is good. I'm so happy to be here. Things are headed in an upward trajectory on a slope like this and trying to continue to grow as we glorify God's name. The story between me and you is absolutely amazing. I appreciate you for that opening there.
Of course. What the hell? Like, there's nothing.
We have a great story.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here gassing you for no reason. I think you are a very inspiring artist. I think you really, something about your energy. And I told you that from the first time I ever talked to you. I was like, you are going for something. You're getting it. You're going, like, that's lit. That's inspiring as fuck to watch. So tell them. I mean,
and people don't know this. I'm on your ass. Like, even like I'll randomly FaceTime you, like just randomly. And even if you don't pick up, I'll come back and I'll just be like, I'll just keep going till I get what I need out of you.
Yeah, he's so funny because he was like, what was it? I remember here. It's funny the two stories, right? So I'm on TikTok telling people I'm going to this corporate event where like I'm so nervous because it's like a thing for this girl that like I'm dating and stuff, and like I get a little nervous because we're not exclusive or anything, we're not in a relationship, but like I don't want to embarrass her at her job. Like I want to make sure that I look presentable, and sometimes it's a little hard, as a girl who doesn't dress, in a gala dress. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear, whatever. So I finally sit down at the table. I'm nervous, and then Dax FaceTimes me, and he's like, are you at a quinceañera?
I remember that.
And I'm just like, I'm looking at the phone and I'm like, that totally broke the ice for me, which it was a godsend clearly, because I'm like sitting there so nervous, and I've just been like this building this whole thing up in my head. I mean, I've been doing the like kind of little bit pants that are, it like looks nice, but the tight shirt on top. I got my hair done, makeup done. I kind of try to take the attention away from my outfit by looking good up here from the neck up. So I've been trying to, do that. I don't know. And I've been saying how like if I was a more masculine woman, I would wear a suit. If I was a more feminine woman, I would wear a dress. I'm somewhere in the middle, so I end up just feeling very like,
what's crazy though?
Awkward.
Like, you are you though.
Yeah.
So it's like you really don't even have to think about that.
Well, that's what people say, but I still do. Like I had an event last night and I was very like, what do I wear? Like
I think I saw that in your story. Were you in a blue dress? Or was that, did I see
you saw someone completely different. I wish I was in a fucking blue dress.
No, but I saw a story. It was like a red carpet, no?
Yeah, it was a red carpet. Okay. It was all nice, everything. I was wearing all black. I just try to, I'm like, but it was also cool there because as soon as I get there, I built it up in my head. I get there and I see familiar faces. I see a photographer I know. I see Lauren Haregi. I know her. Oh, wow. You know what I mean? I start seeing different people, and then it starts making me comfortable. Not to mention, the night is for Karol G. She is the woman of the year, Karol G, everything, right? So woman I sit down. I'm eating salmon. I'm chilling. And she walks by, and I'm thinking she's just going to walk past me. She sees me, and she freaking goes, and she hugs me. And I was like,
yeah, but the thing is, of course she does. I mean, like, what's crazy though? I sort of like that though. I think that's what part of makes you special, and what, why you continue to move forward. And there's so many people that's like mess with you is because your mind state is very humble as well.
Oh, thank you.
That plays a big role.
Yeah, I just couldn't even believe it because obviously I'm a big fan of her. I'm a big fan of Fade. So like just for that to even happen to me, it was very like it made me feel like if I ever don't feel like I belong, there's definitely been times where people like, you know what I mean? Like exterior, like people prove to me why I do belong, and I'm learning that people don't
that's
realize,
why you got to pick up my FaceTime calls because I'll remind you.
I know you do. You are a very, like I said, you are one of those people that just, you're like, I belong here. I got traumas and shit. I was raised in a very Mexican family. Sometimes we got, some things going on. And so that what is that called? Imposter syndrome is very real. And even though you might see me, a lot of times people might be like, oh, Snow the product. Or some people even go as far as to try to call me cocky or whatever. I'm like, if people only knew that, like, I feel uncomfortable a lot of times. If you ever see me at an event and I'm quiet, I am shy. I need to get a little drink in me so I could feel a little, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Pass me that because I always ask the guests the titties right there. I'm going to ask you. Ask the titties. You know what I mean? We need to find out. Exactly. All right. So, yeah. So anyway, we'll keep talking about that. But, it shrunk. All right. People on TikTok right now, we're at 877 live viewers right now. When we hit 1K.
At 1,000. I want people in my live stream, if you can hear me right now in any type of way, form, or fashion, and you feel in any type of way that this is something in a place you should be, I want you to go to YouTube and go to EVERYDAYS, the podcast, because this is live on there, and you will enjoy it much more watching it on YouTube.
Yo, he's a good salesman. Like, I would go. You know what I mean? Like, we need to learn from this.
But I understand the conversion rate's only like 1%.
But my brother's very shy too, and I'm very shy too. And it's like, I don't think we always like we're not that good at like speaking about ourselves. And I'm like, we need to learn from you, man. Like, give us a course. You know, imagine Ito walks in and he's like, I handle Snow the products, videos, editing, podcasts, all these things. Like, bro, people are stealing you from me. Like, people are literally gonna offer you huge jobs.
Yeah, I think
lucky for me, he's shy.
Like you're having like a big impact, on like women and stuff like that. I feel like just as obviously, like, I watch what you do, so I feel like you've crossed many boundaries, in terms of like rapping, female, other stuff as well, that Mexican. I don't want to mess up, so they're all on me. Mexican, Mexican stuff. So I feel it's like you almost have an obligation to promote your stuff because there's so many boundaries you're crossing and people that can be motivated by your story in situations that are somewhat similar. So that's the way I think of it. It's almost like it's my duty because what you're doing is helping people. So you got to look at it like that. It's like I have to do this because if I don't, there's a bunch of people I'm leaving behind.
Yeah. Imagine starting tomorrow. I'm just like, and people are like, yo, that talk with Dax really fucking got to Snow. Hell yeah. I'm like, I have to do this. This is my duty.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take words straight from him, and it's just a next interview that you see, I'm like, I have to do this because this is my duty. This is my obligation. There's
a lot of young girls, even guys, looking up to you, what you're doing, the barriers you're breaking, and they're just like, dang. So if you don't, who will? It's got to be the thought process.
Bruh, I might as well start pouring up these shots, bro. Cause look, there is the titties here.
Wow.
There is the ass here.
Jeez,
and we're gonna ask you.
Wait.
Hey,
have mercy on my soul.
Look,
I am a sinner.
And we are.
Is there a question here?
Yes. Are you an ass or titty man?
Okay, so me personally, I'm gonna take. Biology wise, I think the child does come out of the hip, so I am attracted to hips. If I had to go with one of the two, I would go with the bottom. I always say to my boys, if that thing shake.
Not saying we are your boys. What do you mean? Say it. No,
I think me personally, I would choose the bottom half over the top half. But there's nothing wrong with both because the top half does also nurture the child as well.
Okay, so it's based off of children. Do you want children?
Listen, we're all a slave to the flesh. So
that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, it sounds very poetic, but like, is this for the children or is this Dex physically? What are you seeing, or are you looking for the future wife that is gonna nurture your children?
Is Shakira Mexican?
she's Colombian.
Okay. Tomato, no.
Yeah, Latina.
That's hips don't lie, right? Is that her?
Hips don't lie.
Okay,
yes.
So there's my answer. The hips do not lie, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna sip this periodically because
Little sip.
It's mostly air. He's trying to smoke his liquor.
I saw someone ask, "How do we meet?"
How did we meet, Dax?
Okay, so this is what happened. I think this is super insane. I love the trajectory of our. I'm gonna call it our
friendship.
Our friendship. Yeah, friendship.
Yeah.
So at that time, I had graduated. I went out to California, the Devil's Playground, for a bit, and I was doing my thing, trying to gain facial recognition within those 8 months of just like, spreading what I was doing. And I was doing a podcast. Or I was doing podcast even exist back then?
Yeah, what were we? Yeah, what?
You were doing an interview, and I was doing an interview before you.
Okay, because I'm kind of hearing this, and I'm like, is that how we met? I'm like, okay.
This is the story.
Okay.
So I was doing an interview. I can't even remember the names because it was so long ago. So many things have happened. And my man was like, the guy that I was doing the interview for, he was like, hey, Snow the Product is coming in next. If you want to watch, you can stay and just like sort of chill in the corner. So I remember actually I went to this place to go to the bathroom around the corner. It was like Hollywood or somewhere like that.
Okay.
In that type of area or something. And I saw you when I went to the bathroom.
Oh shit.
But you didn't see me, which is understandable because you didn't know me.
Okay. I'm like, what? I'm like, then what happened? I'm like,
so I go back to the interview, and then you're doing the interview, and I'm watching. I'm like, oh, this is dope. And I put a story up saying "fly on the wall," and then you replied to my story.
Oh.
And that's how we didn't meet that day.
Yeah.
But that's how we started our
following each other, and then eventually talking and stuff like that. Yeah. And I watched you say plenty things about that you were doing, and you were building. You were barely on your way building and stuff. And you know how it is in this rap game. Everybody says things. Right? People say things, people whatever. Like I've kicked it with people that
we're at 1K.
Hey, we just hit 1K. All right. So we gotta take our chug. Ooh. By the way, if you want water, sorry, I thought we had brought you some water. Can you give him the water, please?
Jesus
just in
Christ,
case. Sorry. Yeah, so but like I said, I saw that and I was just like, yo, this kid, he got something about you. Like, obviously, I feel like energetically, this whole shit, like, yes, we make music. Yes, we do what we do. But at the end of the day, we're a human being, and energy and, God's grace and our path and our, where we're going. And like I said, tenacity, all that just matters. You know what I mean? It's not so much. Sometimes people think that like people just want to be around people like, oh, clout or whatever. And it's like, no, trajectory matters. Like how you're building yourself, like, and how you're being honest with yourself, how you're being honest with your following. That matters a lot. I've been around people who I get to know them in the behind the scenes. I never posted. I never nothing. But when you hear them talk or when you see kind of you're like, I'm just going to not ever have anything to do with, you know what I mean? Like with who you are. But I've always been like, bro, this motherfucker right here. Like, and like I said, that whole FaceTiming shit and like just timing has always been so perfect. So,
Like I don't like the thing about me is like, I don't mind you not picking up, and I'm willing to triple text you, which I do. Yeah,
no. And sometimes, and by the way, for a while there, I was just in a weird, I was in a weird place. I wasn't picking up nobody's fucking calls or texts or nothing.
Right.
I wasn't
offended.
I wasn't, I wasn't my happiest. Nowadays I'm like, I'm fine.
So it's crazy. I see I'm going to say a different glimmer in your eyes. And I don't know. We don't even got to talk about it, but I understand based off of some things I've been through as well. And I see a different energy about you, which is dope.
Thank you.
But you had no choice because I was banging on your door. We're getting this song done. I said, we got that song done.
No, right. We did. And I think you're right. And I think as of late, that is the greatest compliment I get is
my belly's sweating.
I've been getting that compliment a lot lately, which is that you could tell. And I'm just like, that's good enough for me. For me to know that I am in a better energy. I do feel better. You could see it. That's fucking great. And your belly sweating. I don't know what are we supposed to do for this, man? Oh, there's a heater on you. If you feel like,
is there a heater on me?
Yeah,
I was wondering why I'm.
Sorry.
No problem.
We just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you're hot or cold.
I'm from Canada, so
now that your belly's sweating, we gotta.
Right, but I don't, honestly, personally, I don't mind sweating. Like I enjoy sweat because I feel like sweat is sweat equity. So
okay.
Like sweat means I'm working. Like right now I'm working, so the sweat is almost like a blessing.
Yeah, I feel that. Do you feel like you record better music? I don't know if this matters to you. you record better music when the studio is cold or hot? Or does it matter to you?
Definitely not when it's hot, because then I sweat. And let's say if I'm actually like performing it to the level of the tenacity you hear in the song, so it's like I'm actually doing that, so I would like sweat profusely.
Yeah.
If that was the case. So yeah, definitely I would just say colder.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. I feel like sometimes, for myself, I do like it to be a little warmer because I want to get to that vibe. And sometimes when I'm cold, I'm just like, like what the fuck, then if we want to get warmer and it's cold in the studio, because some studios are really fucking cold. If you go to Miami, like, because it's so hot outside, they want to crank that shit up, and now you're in the studio and you're like, the vent, and then my voice is super.
So are you usually going to studios, or do you, because I usually just like record in the room?
I record myself, but like, like for collabs with other people,
right.
Like I was telling you, I went to France or whatever, that's a collab for somebody else. Like I show up, and by the way, it was just like literally talk about manifestation and like just the power of just being in a better energy, because I literally was at an award show and I was sitting there watching the award show, and I don't want to say too many details because y'all are gonna guess, but I was watching the award show and I was just like, I need this to happen. And I promise you, when I went home, I went to the Airbnb. As soon as I pull in, I see it, and I was like, and I look at my manager and I was like, bruh. And right away they were like, can you be in France in 2 days? I was like, yeah. And I was like, lucky enough, you know what I had said to my manager, because I was lit like 3 days before. I was like, I don't know, but Miami feels good to me. I love Miami. Like every time I'm in Miami, I don't know, something about me, I'm doing something's popping. And I told her, I was like, I'm not going home. I was like, I'm not going home from Miami. I'm going somewhere else, and then I'll see you at LA. And she was like, what? She's like, you're crazy. She's like, are you just like gonna leave somewhere? I was like, I don't know. I was like, but something's telling me I'm probably not going home right away. So I invited my best friend, who is also my assistant, shouts out Jamie, and I was like, bitch, pull up, like, come on, let's turn up.
So Jamie's a woman. That's a unisex name.
Jamie, yes, but okay. Jaime. No, but yeah, so she pulls up and then I was like, take my luggage. I was like, I'm going to France, take this luggage. I'm showing up to France with one luggage. I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna record my shit. I'm gonna come back. And yeah, sure enough. So I feel like being in a good energy, trying to be your best self, being in your best light is gonna attract exactly what the fuck you need. And I feel like since then, bruh, I've been on some like, my energy cannot come down from a certain level. My threshold went up, and you ain't bringing me down from there. Wow,
that's powerful.
Right?
And you're speaking that to the people. And when, you know what's crazy? When you say France, I don't know who the collab is with. Well, that comes to my mind. It's like, oh, skiddy-dee-dee-dee.
I'm dead.
Have you heard that?
Yes, I've heard that, yeah.
Is that who you're collabing with?
No, that is not. I'm like,
that's just fire, though. That's amazing, though.
No, yeah. Oh, Jello said Miami loves you, and I love Miami. I'm telling you, I really feel like, and I have to shoot 2 videos in Miami coming up, and I literally was like, I was like, when I get there, again, I'm gonna be in my best self, and something else is happening because it's snowballing. No pun intended, possibly pun intended. But I just feel like the vibes is here, bro. So I wasn't myself for a long time, and I am now. So what's up?
You know what so one thing I really learned is that like being like what you're talking about is controlling the controllables. Oftentimes when we like think about things we can't control, that's how we get outside of that. That's why like the first thing I say before I perform is, all I'm going to do for the next, whatever the time slot, is have an unbelievable amount of fun.
Yes.
So like when you focus on the controllables and what you can control, that energy gonna blast up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Talk that talk.
Yeah. No, and that's true. And when you have a good time on stage, sometimes with fans or like, you know when you open for somebody or when you're at a festival or something like that, sometimes people don't know who you are, so they're like, who the fuck is this? So they're already kind of judging you or whatever. And all you can do is have an amazing time on stage. Remember that this is your time. Whatever 45 minutes, whatever you have on that stage is your time to just remember this for the rest of your life. When we're old and we're remembering the heyday when we were rock stars, we're gonna remember those moments and be like, that shit was fucking
That's
fire.
why I tell people I drink before shows. Because like I played basketball for so long and there's so much like nerves and stuff in basketball where it's like it was fun but it wasn't fun. But music, it's like I'm just like, okay, I'm on this stage, everyone else out there is lit. Like I want to just have fun. So I take a couple shots just so I can enjoy it.
Yeah. So we're not so in our head, and people sometimes forget that. So you're not shy, I'm gonna assume.
Me?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I was actually growing up. I was pretty shy.
You were?
Most definitely. But you know what's crazy? So I remember getting to high school, 7th grade. So every day I would walk to school.
In snow?
It depends on. We got 4 seasons, so if it was winter, then yeah, I'd be walking in snow.
Oh.
But I walked in school, and I was like it was high school, St. Peter's, there's like 2,000 people who go there, and I was like, yeah, I'm a nobody.
Oh.
Which is there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like that's the life of a man. It's like we're looking around and we're like, so whatever. So I had to do something to become something. So for me, I ended up choosing basketball. That was my path, and boom, boom, boom. So I forgot where I was going with that.
No,
being
like
shy.
that you were shy.
Being shy. Okay, so what happened was, like, I was definitely very shy, but I needed a skill for people to respect me. And, I was given basketball. I worked super hard at it. So then there was a grove of people. I became the best basketball player in my city. People started respecting me. So that shyness eventually started to go away as I accumulated more as a man, from getting better at basketball, getting in the gym, getting stronger, bigger, all that stuff like that. So it's like I was shy as a young man and teenager, pubescent. Balls not dropped. No,
oh my God, it just gets worse.
But as I continue to work harder, do that stuff and like do more, I feel like it goes away a little bit with the addition of obviously alcohol. When I started drinking, that was like a superpower.
Yeah, as opposed to me, my balls never dropped. No, I'm just joking. So yeah, so liquor, no. Yeah, I feel you though. I mean, I feel like that is cool that you said that. Like, like as a man, like that's what you went through. Because me, I'm raising my son. Obviously, he's 13. My brother, my first son. No, my brother lived with me since he was, a teenager. So I also feel like watching what they go through and just being like, damn, like, and I was saying that today, how I was on TikTok live, and I was saying how I tell my son, like, no new friends, like, don't stunt too hard, don't do none of that type of stuff, like, don't create jealousy, like, right. I don't want to see you, getting fights and all that, like, those type of things. It's crazy how people don't realize, like, for, mind you, as a lesbian female rapper who people might think is a man hater, which I'm not, I also have to understand that, like, yeah, y'all go through your own fucking shit and y'all have to find your own and do all that, and you don't get to lean on very much other than I better get my shit together so that I can get that respect.
Right. That as a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, when you're entering high school, like as a man, it's like, I mean, obviously there's some dudes who like are like, like complete, like I remember like I was in, Ottawa, Canada. So there was like the floppy haired, like white boys who got all the attention type stuff. It's I'm not a color thing, but I'm just saying, Ottawa, Canada.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're 12, 13, you walk in that, you like quickly realize you're like, oh shit, I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
Like nobody sees me. Like literally, I would walk to school every day, shoulders back, and I would have Lil Wayne Fireman playing. I'm the fireman, fireman. That was when I walked up the stairs to go to my locker, and I was just like, it was for like a month. I was like, damn,
that's tight.
I ain't shit. Like,
I mean, but I'm imagining you. Little Dax
right,
doesn't
I went
know
from
what he's about to
like,
do.
Right.
To just fireman in the headphones, walk in. That sounds like a movie. Like, the beginning of, what's about to fucking happen. That's dope. I was walking to middle school with a saxophone. I was like less than 4 foot tall with a saxophone case that almost would hit the floor when I would walk.
How tall are you now?
5'3". Thank you very much.
That's
I just found out.
That's pretty solid.
Right. Okay. So I've been 5'2" my whole life, and I don't know why. I went to the doctor a few days ago, and they told me you're actually 5'3". I was like, it took me this fucking long to be 5'3".
Without shoes or with shoes?
I let go of my depression and I stand taller.
Wow.
I'm just joking. No, but you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, it's a bar. But depression is always there, always around the corner, just reminding you, bitch, you have not got rid of me. So for right now, I'm like, okay, it's at bay, chill, and I'm tall, 5'3".
Yeah, 5'3" solid.
5'3".
My mom's 5'4".
Oh, nice. You're like 5'3" solid. My mom's taller than you. I'm like, oh no, yeah, but that was me, like with the fucking saxophone, whatever. I felt nerdy. I felt weird, very awkward. But yeah, eventually we all find our fucking way, I guess.
Right.
You started playing basketball.
Yeah.
Do you feel like with when you're on stage, how would you compare that to like being on the court and like doing?
Oh, music is so much easier, man. That's why, like, when I wrote that first poem when I was at the University of Newman University, I was like, okay, no one's gonna tell me to run lines anymore. I don't got, like, it was so liberating because I had to put so much work into basketball, from the eating, the waking up, the workouts, which I still do now, just not like skill stuff, but it was just like music is just so much more like, okay, especially when you like build it the way we build it, and you get there and you have control and you're doing all this stuff. It's just like, basketball, there's so many variables you can't control. Like, I remember, like, I had this thing on my wall where I was charting how tall I was getting, and I was like, I had 6'4" and I never hit it.
Oh. How tall are you now?
I got the 6'2". On my hair, it makes me like 6'5",
okay,
6'6", but like, actual height wise, I'm 6'2". But if I was 6'4", I'd be in the league right now. I swear to God, I'd be in the league.
You could be in the league right now.
Nah, the NBA, there's only like 456 spots. It's the absolute cream of the crop. It's very tough. I could have played G League or went overseas, but then this happened. But the NBA is a whole different monster.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
That's crazy. No, yeah. I mean,
that's what Drew does. He measures his height like every 2
days.
I
know, but my baby, I mean, he's not gonna be 6 foot tall. And then I
how
love
old is he?
him.
12, 13?
He's a baby. He's little. He's tiny. Look, his dad isn't very tall. His mom's not very tall. Like,
how tall is the father?
5'9".
5'9"?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. He says he's 5'9". He's five. No, he's like 5'7.5", maybe 5'8" on a good day. He's not.
Someone said, "What advice would I give to baby Drew about basketball?" Does he play basketball?
No, yeah, he does.
He does?
Yeah. Sorry, I read somebody's comment. Whatever. Thank you, Jello, for deleting that. But it's like, what the fuck did he say? Okay, go ahead. Oh, yeah. My son. Let's talk about my son.
Yeah, his basketball. So if you take this water right now, okay. And let's say this is water and you have a tap and you take the most strongest surface in the world, metal, and you put it right here, and it was like the biggest piece of metal, and you had just one drop from this dropping for like 1,000,000 years, eventually would go through that strongest metal surface. So to say that consistency is the most powerful thing. So whatever he wants to do, like I said, I remember when I was crafting my jump shot, you got to find the most efficient way that you're going to shoot where you can do thousands of reps and learn the skills. So it's really just consistency. Now, obviously, there's like, genetic factors, but I mean, you just got to be the guy that does it. But basketball is not the end. It's a means to an end. So you can use it to get a free education. So that's what I would say to him. Don't think about trying to go to the NBA because there's only, like I said, there's only 450 spots.
Yeah.
Use it to get a free education, experience those 4 years in college where you can, have that umbrella and then find another thing in life you can go into, get a sustainable income, and then become the man you want to be. So just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. That's perfect advice. And that's the thing when I played soccer my whole fucking, since I was a little kid and I was getting to where I was getting at tournaments and, other leagues were paying for me to go play with them or whatever, or not paying, but like nice little gifts or paying my way or whatever. And I quickly, I was like, I mean, what am I going to like be in the fucking women's soccer league? Like, I was like, I'm probably not going to do that, which is why when I started rapping, I started just being like, okay, cool, I'm going to do this. Now, mind you, some of my friends, yes, they went to college, free, paid, everything. And they're now, therapists and doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
and
wow.
they went and played in the different teams on different countries and stuff. And I'm a rapper, but I feel like you're absolutely right with, use whatever you got as a stepping stone to go to wherever else you got to go. But a lot of what you learn through that is the consistency, is the skills, is the
discipline, right?
Just discipline. Yeah. As a human being, for you as a man, for me as a man as well. Just trying to build and trying to be our best motherfucking selves. Cause that's all we can be,
Right. What are those things on the colored?
Okay, so the colors is, for example, day ones are my members that are members of my chat. So sometimes we go live after the live, and that's where we do the stuff that like isn't on public. Is just like let's say sometimes, okay, because what is it, on Tuesday we got pretty drunk on this podcast. We were eating tacos, we were drinking, we were chilling, and then we went to the day ones, which ends up being kind of a private chat. The people that are right here, Izella just gave us $5, so $5 for the cheese.
Okay.
And then everybody over here on the chat is everybody that's just talking. All the white names are probably people who are new.
Tim
All the green
Wegener.
ones and blue ones have been here.
Okay, okay, cool.
So yeah.
Oh, super dope. Okay, so people can send money.
Yeah, if they want. I mean, people don't really send that much. Thank you, Isella. But yeah, no, that doesn't happen very much. But everybody on here is, everybody that's talking to you right now. Somebody earlier, what did they say? They call, I don't know, whatever. And then,
Super dope. Okay, I got the gist of it. I remember back in the day, I used to do YouTube Live a lot more. Yeah. And stuff like that. I remember people used to go crazy with the stuff on the side.
Yeah.
That's super dope. Day one. Okay, so we finna make that thing shake though. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yeah.
Pink. I do like pink.
Okay.
I like pink a lot. I like pink. Teal. Teal's a nice color.
Teal.
Or
you know what's
aqua.
crazy? What? See, I feel like whenever you ask like a woman their favorite color, it's never just like a strict color. It's like a shade teal.
Yeah.
Like mine's green.
Hey, both of you.
Yeah, mine's green too.
Nice.
Not because of money. Earth.
Yeah.
And it's my mom's favorite color. Green's my mom's favorite color.
Oh, that's nice. How's it like? Yeah. Well, guys are just pretty simple. I feel sorry, but like you guys are.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know, yeah. Like with girls, it's okay. Welcome to what it's like to go from dating guys to dating girls. It's like girls are just there's so much more going on. Like what the fuck?
I know.
You know, it's hard.
Wait. So what are you? The butt or the top? We didn't get there.
The butt or the top? Oh, of the shot.
The choice.
No, I thought he was trying to say the top or the bottom.
Yeah.
The butt or the top? Like. I mean, is the bottom attached to thighs?
Wait, what?
Like,
yes,
yeah. So yeah, I guess the bottom.
So okay, so your butt over boobs.
But no, no. I mean, yeah. I guess, yeah.
I feel like you should.
You
asked me the question, so you gotta know.
About me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of like, yeah. But there's so many more things.
Like what?
I go into it. The way you just laughed.
What? Yeah, right.
He said, like what?
I mean, there's face.
Well, yeah, exactly. Personality, taste in
Well, we're talking about body. We're talking about
just straight body.
Right. This is off your initial.
I was in the shot glasses, but okay. No, yeah. Yeah, probably, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think getting older.
My brother's a boob man. He's a very classic 80s man.
Okay.
80s man.
Okay.
I guess if that's 80s.
I'm not mad at that. I mean, listen.
Yeah. I mean, you still want a well-rounded, like if I could be like, oh, if whoever I'm with is like, well-rounded.
I have a theory, and I just came up with it right now. If you're a boob man, you may have not been breastfed adequately. But think about it though, because listen, we're all guided by our past traumas or whatever it is. So maybe if you have a inclination towards the top, it could be that you.
I'm dead. No, I mean, well, we both have the same mom, and we both like different things.
Right, so I guess that's a question next dinner.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I did not want to. I mean,
okay, no, you know what?
What do you mean? Oh, like you mean like my mom might not have, or she just didn't give.
No, because sometimes there's actually it's crazy. So when I made my song "Dear Mom," every time I make a song, I completely engulf myself in the topic, right? So.
Oh my God! Sorry for you to get. So
I followed every single mom, pregnancy, postpartum, birth page, midwife on IG to really get an understanding of what it was like to be a mother for my song "Dear Mom."
Sorry. Let's get off our TikTok. Let's send it over to YouTube. Everybody, if you want to continue with this conversation, go over to YouTube because we're about to start talking about things that might get us both banned from TikTok. So
wow. Okay.
let's get to it.
Should I go IG live again and make them shake?
In a little bit, or whatever you want to do, but yeah. Okay. So for your song, you engulfed yourself.
Yeah, when I truly believe in a song, like like a couple like the Dear Gods, the Dear Alcohol, like things I'm actually going through, the Dear Mom, like I will like actually do research on the song, like the topic. I write the song, and then after that, as I'm like building up to releasing it, I want to completely like I get tattoos of songs. Yeah. So I'm completely in the whole thing. So I looked into everything about being a mother, the pregnancy, the 9 months, the postpartum, the midwives, what ways the better way, geriatric pregnancy, just to like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, nice.
So I was like, I found out that like, okay, well, some people are breastfed for like different lengths. So then I was like, okay, is a man who likes boobs more than butt, was he just not breastfed long enough? Because I'm okay on titties.
Yeah, but then why would you just like butts more? Like then at that point, what does a
because
man
that's where
like,
the kid comes out of. So it's almost like I'm just like.
The butt?
Not the butt, but the hips. The hips. Listen, this is just me thinking. I don't know if this is true, but I'm just saying like.
Well, as someone who's had a child,
okay, I guess you would know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm like I first of all, he didn't come out the butt, but
well, I know where I came out of. I know where I launched out of. But I'm just saying like
launched is crazy.
Yeah, no, it was a quick one.
You would. Yeah, you would. I feel like if anyone would launch out of their mother, I think it would be you. I like if anyone in this room launched out of their mother, it's you.
I was ready to get into the world. I tell you what,
it's Dax.
I tell people all the time when I sleep, I dream about waking up.
That's dope. That's dope.
Like, literally, I wake up every single hour at night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then once it's 6, I have to make a decision. Do I want to get that extra 30 minutes, or am I just gonna get up?
Oh, that's nice. So on Christmas, I'm assuming you would wake up early as hell.
I didn't really fuck with Christmas as a child. I only got socks.
Oh my God.
It was never really a thing for me. It was just like,
Why did you get socks?
Circumstances.
Oh.
But it got better as I got older a little bit here and there. It's not something to.
I know, but it's just like with you, you're so unpredictable because it's like there's been several conversations where usually I can navigate. This motherfucker just, you know what I mean? It's like I forgot where I was going because now he's like, never fucked with Christmas. I got socks. I'm like, okay,
I just knew right away Santa wasn't real. I knew right away.
Why?
Because it just didn't make sense. Especially
I
because
forgot what I originally was gonna say.
So I was we were in Newfoundland downtown and we were in Brittany Drive apartment 201. So I was like, there is no chimney for his fat ass to come down. So I knew, and he's not coming through the front door or the balcony. And we had 2 rooms in there, and me and my 2 sisters were. I was like, where is he?
Right. Somebody said Snow loves socks. I do love socks, but I could see why he would be like, man, fucking socks. And Santa's not coming through the fucking chimney.
So it was, but I get that. I think
I can't remember. Now that I think about it, I remember believing, like, quote unquote, believing in Santa, or like us talking about the Santa thing with for my brother. But I don't necessarily remember prior to me being like Santa, because I feel like my parents didn't raise me very like Santa. You know what I mean?
Are you older?
I'm older than him. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, yeah. So it wasn't until that like I went to school and I learned about it, and then I would ask my parents, and then it became kind of like we started trying to do something about Santa. But I think when I was really little, I don't know what the fuck was I thinking? I think I just got to Christmas and
you could like just get gifts from your parents.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember when I tried to make you believe in Santa. That was cool.
Right. Yeah. And I was the youngest. So.
Oh, how many siblings do you have?
2 older sisters.
Oh, that's dope. Nice. Did you ever roll them out of your room? No, I'm just joking.
Did I roll them?
My brother kicked me out of his room one time and I wouldn't leave. So then I started cracking up, and then he just like rolled me out of his room. So I always bring it up to be like, you rolled me out of your room. I never kicked you out of my room. I never had a room.
Damn.
Did you have your own room?
Not when we were growing up. There was 2 rooms, and me and my 2 sisters shared 1 room until we moved. But by the time I hit puberty and was strong enough to even roll them out, and they were pretty much gone.
Oh, okay. So they were like
yeah, we're all 3 years apart.
Nice. Well, shit. I wish I had more siblings. Well, I mean, sorry. I mean, you're enough. You are enough. But I'm just saying, like, that sounds cool. Whenever people have a lot of siblings, it's like so many personalities and like things, like conversations and shit. With me and you, we just be looking at each other like, podcast.
Right. Yeah, it's tough when you really think about the siblings. It's like, damn, like, you got to incubate it for 9 months. So it's like if someone has like 6 kids, like, dang, you're pregnant for like 8 years, 10. Like, it's
your mom. How long was she incubating?
No, but I'm just saying, like we have 3, so it's like I wouldn't mind having like 10 kids, but I also know it's like, how is one person going to, like, you're pregnant for 10 years.
There's some girls that really like that. Like, I remember I had a friend that like she had a few kids, and then she was like, I would actually like have kids for people who can't have kids. And she was like, I love being pregnant. And I was like, that
sounds like a fetish.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool, but I was just like, damn, like that. I wouldn't be pregnant again. Like, if I could ever have another kid, I would make like somebody else is pushing the baby out. Like, preferably my partner, but it'd be like that.
Dang, it's like $60,000 you get paid.
Wow, it's not bad.
Right.
What's the
60
median
grand?
salary in America? Canada, it's like less than that.
Damn. So push a kid out once a year, and you making. That's
9 months though. Hopefully.
Yeah, but 9 months where you're being spoiled. To be honest.
By whom?
Well, who wouldn't? Oh well, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
Damn.
you're alone in that one. If it's your job.
Right. It's your job.
Damn.
Someone said this. Good vibe. This is hard to hear. Yes, ma'am. Amen. But now, yeah.
Wait, her name is Good Vibes, and she said this is hard to hear.
I took her comment as positive though, in terms of just like this is the reality. The truth of this is like you got to stomach it. Like, dang, it's like, yeah, if you do have like 10 kids, damn, that is like 10 years of being. That's tough.
10, yo, it is. Well, no, like 9.
Well, I mean, then you got to recover.
True.
As someone who's done the research because of my dear mom song.
Facts. Yeah. I think, look, please, Dax, don't talk low. I think she just wants you like in her ear, like loud.
Okay, you want me ASMR?
Yeah.
You want me right
She
here?
wants, yeah.
I'm right here, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, please, Dax, talk louder
What's
for
my
us.
word? Talk to me nice.
I'm dead. Somebody said, do you girls play roles? One is more guy vibes or are both women? Oh my God.
Is that a question for you?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Okay, so when it comes to like lesbians, it just becomes, or bi or gay or queer or whatever the fuck you are, all inclusive. Very similar to with straight people. Like, people are different roles. There's times when, have you ever seen a girl, like a woman who's just like, honey, you need to get the fucking, whatever. And it's like she wears the pants in the relationship. Like, her husband is running around hoping for the best of this whole shit. So there's, top and bottom when it comes to relationships, whether it's straight, whatever. There's people who are more in control. There's people who are not. There's people who share the control. There's, all that stuff. Now, if you're talking sexually, I mean, that's kind of, TMI. That's up to whatever the people are. That's up to them. But, I can't say it's one size fits all. I can't be like, me speaking for queer women, this is what it's like. Like, it's not. Everybody's different, but the same way as with straight relationships, everybody's different. There's guys that are getting pegged right now. Your dad might have got pegged your whole fucking life, and you don't know it. You don't know it. So your mom's in there putting in that motherfucking work, and you think just because they're heterosexual that your dad's the man, and you're like, I want to be like my dad. And it's like, yeah, well, bend over. You know what I mean? So before you ask questions like that, just remember it's crazy. It's a wild world out here.
You know what came to my mind though?
You want to do research about that? Let's make a song about queerness.
What you said though, and I actually got a little bit of chills when you said it.
You got the chills.
In every single relationship, there is, sometimes people don't want to acknowledge it, but like in every single relationship, there is a power struggle. Someone is always going to have more power than the other person. Mm-hmm. And I was talking this the other day with one of my best friends, and I was like, hey man, it's crazy. Like, me personally, there's two types of people, right? Those who get power and abuse it, and those who get power and have mercy. And in any relationship, that's why I think like a same
sex relationship.
You said it. Is interesting. Is interesting.
He's so scared to offend people. He's like, Mexican? I'm like, Mexican. I am Mexican. I am same-sex relationship.
Right. So it's like someone is always going to have more power than the other. It's up to that person who has the power to not abuse it.
Yes.
And I think that's such an interesting conversation because it's like, I personally want to have the power, but my goal is to not abuse it.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
But I consider myself a leader. But I've always thought about the dynamic in a same
sex
relationship.
Why are you scared to say it?
Okay, same sex relationship. Let's talk about it. Same. If it hits, it hits. And if it holds, it holds.
Wait, see, look. So you were fine when you were like same sex relationship, but what you doing all this for?
Okay,
that
so
was
that's
a
where
lie.
I gotta calm down.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Starts
So it's like
illustrating.
you were fine. Like it's like you were a little too scared at the beginning.
That's
and
my
then,
problem. I can't do in betweens. If I'm going, I'm going.
Okay, so So we're good if you're like same-sex relationship, queer people. Okay, cool. Right. But the moment you what is this?
No, because this is two and then two holes.
No, I know what you're trying to. I don't need the explanation. I'm just saying. Look at her. Look at her holding her head.
I'm sorry. So I think not I'm gonna say power struggle, but the power dynamic is super interesting in those, because we have the normal gender roles when it's man and woman, but on that other side, like how do you establish that? Is it a power struggle? Are you trying to establish that dominance? Are you walking in there saying, okay, I want to be the man in this relationship?
In an unhealthy relationship, in queer people, you are both battling it out. It is a power struggle.
Wow.
The problem for me at least, I didn't realize that was toxic until I was very removed from it. That's when I was like, oh, like that's not what it's supposed to be like. Like it should kind of figure itself out, and it's kind of like, instead, like you know how you said power struggle and then you said power dynamic. Right. That's the equivalent. When you first talked about it, you said power struggle, and then eventually you said power dynamic, because struggle, it shouldn't be a struggle. It shouldn't be a I'm this, I'm that. Like that's not what it should feel like. It should feel like, you know, like, okay, do we like each other? What do we like? Where do you want to, like with me, even though usually I make like the money or whatever, it's like I want the other person to, first of all, be their own person and have their own shit. Right. But also it's like, I've said this before on TikTok, where it's like, if a girl was to like have a Pinterest of like restaurants she would like to go to, places she would like to visit, things she would like to do, and I'd be like, hey, check this out. I have Wednesday or Thursday free. What do you want to do? And they're like, well, we could do this, we could do that, we could do that. And then they plan the whole shit out, or they're like, yo, I just called, like they got a reservation. If they could do all that, like I'll gladly like pay for it, whatever, like get that work out of my way and I got you. Like that is a partnership, because then it's like, you know, if you got shit you want to do and now I'm experiencing new things and you're excited and I'm excited and what the fuck, that sounds lovely. It should be harmony within the, you know, each person taking different things where they are like, I'll lead on this or like I'll lead on that. I don't want to battle you for who the fuck is the owner of the relationship. I don't fucking care about that. You know what I mean? Like
I got more to say, but I gotta take a piss.
Thanks. Go ahead.
Let me take a piss real quick.
Very man, right? We're like, healthy relationships. He's like, yeah, I want to talk to you about this, but I'm gonna piss real quick. Earlier he was like, when my balls dropped. I'm like, okay, we definitely have a guy on the fucking like, we definitely have a guy on the podcast right now. So when my balls dropped, I was like, I didn't.
Yeah, he said 2 Rams. So
2 Rams.
It's like this, right?
Yeah, that shouldn't be a relationship.
And then just staring at each other after.
That's depressing. That's depressing. I was ever there. And I wasn't even a Ram. I feel like in any situation where it's been that, I don't even think I was a Ram. I was just trying to live up to it, because I was like, well, damn, I'm just fucking getting my ass beat here with the Ramness. Not literally. But no, that's not what it should feel like. That's sad. And if you're in any situation like that, I don't care if you're straight, gay, whatever, don't feel like that, dude. Like, there's better out there, man. You know?
What shouldn't be the... Tell me.
This. Look at my brother putting this video. My brother thinks that this is power struggle.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's crazy. Especially as... I mean, I guess I do have the man song. It's like... The most important conversation in the world is that dynamic, though. You know, we're all here because, you know, a man and a woman decided to have us. So, like, the conversation is crazy. That's why, you know, as we get older, you see it on social media. Everyone's like, oh, why do people keep talking about, you know, the this, the that, the that? That's because, like, that. What else is there to do in life? You got to find a partner to grow with, point blank, period.
Yeah.
Period. You know, that's like, so it's like, it's wild. It has, like, that power dynamic. So it's like, yeah, I think that's super interesting. Like I said, for you, it's got to be wild as well. Because like you said, you know, like you would like to have someone, oh, like, man, you get the plans. I mean, I'm going to end up paying for it. So it's like, I guess you would take on that sort of man role.
Yeah.
In that
like,
relationship.
There's, and I think it took me a while to also like accept within myself, and also sometimes for people to understand. And so that's the only reason, like you said, speaking on certain things is because I do represent certain people, so I guess I should speak on it. So sometimes people are like, why you gotta, okay, we get it, you're gay, why do you gotta talk about it? And it's like, well, because there's also certain things that people don't fucking understand. It's always the who's the man, who's the girl, or like, what, you know, what is this, what is that? And it's like, for me, I don't feel like I'm masculine enough to be like, yo, I'm a masked lesbian and I'm out here like this is exactly what I like. I don't feel that. And we were talking about that with the clothing and stuff. And then I don't feel like I'm feminine enough to do this. So then I'm somewhere in the middle. So sometimes that can either be really cool if like, oh, cool, you're like, you know, moderately, you know, whatever. Or that could be very confusing of like, what the fuck? Sometimes I'm like, sometimes I feel more this, sometimes I feel more that. Like, I'm confused myself. So how the fuck would my future partner even know how to approach me if they're like, bitch, if you're confused, I'm confused, we confused. But I'm like, I don't think I'm confused as much as I'm understanding that there is that duality and I could, you know, live in both and just be happy. I think everybody has that duality of like masculine and feminine. And it's like being able to be comfortable. Everybody.
I definitely don't have any duality.
But you don't, I think you also want a power struggle and you want the power. When you said, when I get into a relationship, like I want the power, like why would you want the power?
I wouldn't say, I'm not going to say I want.
So if your wife is like, take those pants off, go put on the other pants that look better on you, are you going to be like, I'm man?
No,
or are you going to be like, okay.
So I guess to preface that first, I think like being as the guy with the man song, I think being a man is letting like, you know, your actions tell the story. Obviously we're on a podcast.
We're gonna have to listen to the man song because I'm like,
I can't hide myself. But
oh yeah, I've heard that part.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
But it's like, so it's like, you know, letting your actions lead the role. So it's like, you know, you're not gonna explain as to, you know, why I'm leading. You're just the actions you do and what you do is gonna allow that person who you're with to naturally fall into that leader role. As someone who played sports, it's like I wasn't always the best player on every team I played on. Sometimes I played up and there was a better player, so I naturally fell into the role of being a role player, and this is my job, boom, 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 boom. But that didn't make me less important than anyone else. We just had different roles. So yeah. I think it's like that power. It's not necessarily a power struggle. It's like you do what you naturally do, and you want to find someone who just sort of follows along. But it's like you said, go change pants. Like let's say I'm talking to a girl and it's like I have no problem taking her advice on what to wear because I don't even think about that stuff. If it was led to me, I'm wearing the same shit every day. Yeah. So it's like that's not my specialty, so I don't even mind. All right, cool. I bet I'm gonna change the pants. I bet. So it's like,
and like you said about sports, to not make it so much about like genders or relationships or anything like that. That's true. Have you ever been in a room with somebody and like you're both funny, but sometimes like that person is really like showing out with the funny, and you're just like, all right, cool. Like we're not gonna battle it out. Like I'm not gonna one up you on the jokes. I'm like, yo, you really killing it tonight. You crushing. Like you watch them, they're doing their thing, and you know if there's a little joke in there where you guys both. But other than that, you're like, yo, fuck yeah. So I get the being able to take a step back, letting them, you do it, and that's where I think the magic is in being tactful and being understanding of where you know to just play the back.
Right, and I think it's like we got an influx of social media, so I think why this type of stuff is so important is because if people looked at how did that happen?
Look at this.
I swear,
it's about to fall.
When did that one when I went to the bathroom?
Yeah, I was uncomfortable here.
Oh God. I'll take a very small one. I'm gonna put in that ass. That's not like the cup, guys. The cup. Jesus Christ.
Extra strong.
But like people, a lot of social media, music, and things is geared towards women because you guys are going to be the spenders in a household. So I think a lot.
Why don't men spend?
It's not that men don't spend. It's that the natural inclination of a man who comes out the womb and like lives somewhat of a normal life is going like, man, I want to be like the guy who like she can like talk to and I can just like get her anything she wants. So it's like I almost like the fact that I'm just like going out and grinding, and then like she wants something off Amazon, like she can just like what I mean. Like it's not our natural. Is
that really what guys are like? Because what I see on social media, they're all bitches. Like, that sounds like a good man.
Well, that's the problem. That's social media. Social media is a very small microcosm of what actual reality is. So, like, most men, as someone who's lived in, like, the Bible Belt, Kansas, 110, and Wyoming, and stuff like that, like, most men wake up, and one of the main goals is, like, man, I want to work hard so the girl I'm with can do what she wants. Because that makes a man feel good, to be respected, to be able to fix problems.
I'm a Bible Belt man.
But it goes further than that. Just
Bible Belt ain't gonna like me,
most
though.
men feel
like,
that
no,
way.
You're not.
Most
you're
men,
a lesbian. We're gonna light you on fire. Oh,
right.
Sorry.
Like, most men want to be able to, like, when a girl, like, want to be able to fix a problem you have. That's most men. That's, you know.
Ito.
So
he is a problem fixer.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
it feels good. It's like, oh, there's a problem. Bet I can fix that shit.
Yeah. That's why when it's harder when it's not a problem that has an easy, like, here's how you fix it, you know?
Right.
It's like, it's a complicated equation.
Right. And I think I think that's why maybe, like you said, the female relationship may get so complicated than male because it's like, I think it makes it tougher to, like, because you're dealing, you know what I mean? Would you?
Not really, because
No?
for example, in that instance, when you're talking about that, I've been in long-term relationships with women. I am the fixer. I understand where my brother's coming from when it's like, it gets frustrating when it's something that you can't necessarily fix because it's something that they personally have to go through, that you're just kind of like, look, I can fix X, Y, and Z, but like, you're going through something that, like, is so internal that it's like, I can't fix that for you. Like, there is no way for me to, like, you know, accommodate. And I think it goes beyond financial or anything like that. I think sometimes it's just like,
and it's almost like you got to ask, like, do you want me to fix it or do you just want me to listen so you can get it off your chest?
Yeah, exactly. Do you need advice or do you want to just vent? Like, how do I do this? And do you want me to actually, like, tell you that, because there's sometimes when there is a solution and you can give them but they're not going to like it.
Right.
They're not going to want to hear that. It's like, well, you know, you should not deal with that person anymore. They're like, what? Oh my God, you don't understand. Right. And it's like, no, I do. I'm just seeing it from the outside looking in. What you don't want to hear is the actual resolution. But imagine we just become dudes that are just bashing women. These bitches, right? No, I'm just joking.
I think these are important conversations because, like, literally, you know, as we continue to age and get older, we realize that this is life.
Yeah. Like,
that's it. The relationships to have, the offspring, the legacy you leave, and that comes with communication between same sex. You know, and opposites. Like, this is
same and opposites.
Right.
No, yeah. And, like, look, for example, for me, look, I've been married to a man. I've had a child. I have a 13-year-old son. I have been with women. I've been with a more masculine woman. I've been with a STEM. I've been with a femme. I've dated.
What's a STEM?
I'm a STEM. So it's like, you know how they say, like, a stud or a masculine woman, like lesbian, you would understand what that is.
Combo.
Feminine.
I know what a stud is.
Okay, yeah. Lesbians that look like him, like this right now, what he just did, do that again? That's what they do. Exactly. Okay, stud. And so femme would be that girl over there. Look at her. The girl, yeah, say hi. It was her quinceañera, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, it's your quinceañera.
When he FaceTimed me and he said, are you at a quinceañera?
Oh, good to see. Amazing.
So, okay, femme, right? So, like, from the
fembot.
Yeah.
Austin Powers.
But if you were out and about and you saw a girl that looks like she might be straight, but she ends up being lesbian, you're gonna be like, oh, that's a femme. Like, that's a femme lesbian. Okay. And then there's a STEM, which is like me, which is like, I'm not you, I'm not her, I'm just.
You know what's so crazy? Because the root of that stem cells, what does a stem cell do? It, like, changed into whatever cell you need it to be. So this.
He's spitting bars. I know. I've never heard this, but go ahead.
Like the stem cell. So you're a stem, so you can.
Whatever you need. Where you need me to.
You need me to boss up. You need me to boss up. You need me.
You know what I'm saying? And you need me to, what you need me to do? Because I'm probably, you know what I'm saying? I'm here, baby girl. I'm here to solve all your problems.
Right.
And be your problem as well if you need that.
Wow. You know, I had a song. I have a song that's not out yet. But
he's like, called STEM.
The bar is, she don't got to be your piece, but she can't be your problem. That's
exactly.
Deep.
Exactly.
That's deep.
Yeah. And look, and I've gone through that. Like I was saying, I've dated the whole spectrum of who you can possibly date. And at the end of the day, what you want is a healthy relationship that's still, you know, interesting and whatever, and that doesn't bring you all these fucking problems and all that. And it's like, we want to be the best versions of ourselves. If you're dating somebody that's preventing you from becoming the best version of yourself because you're always having to accommodate, that's your biggest red flag for you to just, you should always be able to keep becoming the best, better and better and better version of yourself. And no one should ever stop you. Now, a lot of times people think like, oh, you know, if you want to be a better version of yourself because you want to be out here and be a hoe, like as a man or a woman or whoever you are, then that's what you should do. Don't get in a relationship. But if you're continuously trying to be a better version of yourself for yourself, then nobody should ever stop you from that, because, you know, you could be in a relationship and you could be like, hey, I'm gonna hit the gym, and then I'm gonna hit the library, and then I'm gonna hit, you know, a book, and then I'm gonna go to work, and I'm gonna do all these things. As long as you give them a healthy amount of, you know, time alone, if you're trying to become the best version of yourself, that should be fine. But sometimes people don't like that. Sometimes it intimidates somebody, that if you're with somebody toxic, that might intimidate them. Like, why are you doing that? Like, what? Wait, why? It's like, well, you should be the best version of yourself. I should be the best version of myself, and we should be fine. If we're not, and the shit starts doing this, well, then you know that you should break that off, and you should.
Right. There's two types of people. My coach told me this. He was like, there's two types of people: those who give energy and those who take it away. Exactly.
Don't be with an energy vampire, because that shit'll fuck you up. Cheers. He drank.
We'll pour a little bit of yours, just very small in mine. That's good. That's good. That's good right there. There we go.
All right.
So now we're yeah. Very small.
Look, we got the red flag.
That's mixed with water?
Yeah. Put a little bit of.
See, I know. Listen,
no, I have. Look, the way my esophagus, you know, the aging process, I can't take a straight
bars
tequila in this.
Swallowed my pride and secreted in my esophagus, but now I'm sick with it, so fuck it, I'm about to vomit it. Sorry.
See? Sorry. Inspirational, because like you could tell he loves this shit. I love that for you. That's like Santa Fe Clan. Any stage, bro. The tiniest stage. This motherfucker's going to sing for 5 hours. Don't give a fuck. I'm like, that is inspirational from people, artists. Sometimes I'm like, dude, was I made to podcast? Because I'm like, I could do this shit for 10 hours. But then when I rap, I'm like, you know what? I got to tap out.
No, that was actually from I want to take that credit, but that's actually from a bar from a song.
No, I know it is.
Okay.
But even for you to just break out into song.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'm not, like, if you're like, Snow, spit right now, I'm like.
No, I feel it.
like I probably can.
But I see that. I think that's why it's like, it's dope. I mean, like you said, the stuff I remember when you dropped that one that went crazy, and then just the stuff that we've talked about and stuff like that is dope. I personally also agree as well. Rap, it's dope, but there's also, I feel it's very draining at the same time. It's not like other genres that are super positive. You know, they say negativity has speed, positivity has endurance, and a lot of what fuels hip hop to be so big is the negativity that goes on within it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People, I think, as like in the history of hip hop, 50 years, there's always been, you know, hyping up beefs and dramas, and like, oh, people are, especially within women, people love female rapper beef.
Oh, wow.
Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, since the 90s till now, till fucking, you know, people love to pit women against each other. And that's in every fucking part of life, but in hip hop it definitely happens. So for me, yeah, it's been very draining, and I and somebody said I brag about that fool a lot, about like Santa Fe Clan or like, you know, anybody. No, I like I was saying before, I take inspiration from my peers, from, you know, Lauren Haregi to, you know, different people, Tony Romiti. Like, I feel like anybody who I've had here, I really appreciate. Lauren?
I don't know Lauren, but Tony. I know Tony. She has
Tony's
a child
dope.
Now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's lit.
Yeah,
she sings though. Does she rap?
Yeah, she sings. No, she sings like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, she's an amazing singer.
Right.
And I love to fucking give props to artists that are just really fucking dope, because as an independent artist, like, you have to look around and be like, yo, there's so many talented ass people. There's so many people that like love this, have an amazing message, sing, rap, do everything great. And it's like, just because you see somebody on a global scale, that does not mean that they are more talented than the independent artists that are working. It just means, you know, we have different paths and we have different ways that we fucking do our shit. But the whole reason I have a podcast is to talk to people from different walks of life and to get inspired as a human fucking being. I'm a person. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have a kid. He's about to go on a field trip tomorrow. I also have that in the back of my head. Like, yo, I just watched him. When you came here, I brought you here. I went to go fix my makeup, but I stopped and I filmed him showing me what's in his duffel bag because he's going on a field trip and he's talking to me. Like, I have to live these lives simultaneously. I'm a rapper. I podcast. I do content. I do whatever. I'm a mother. I'm a sister to him. I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. You know, I'm all that shit to everybody. And I have to be. And that is the beauty that it is to be a fucking woman and an independent artist. But I also got to admit that sometimes I end up falling short. Is my excitement for rap what it used to be? It's not. I like to make other genres of music. Right. I like making Spanish music. I like sometimes singing all my shit. I like doing different stuff. I used to be Miss Lyrical Miracle. I want to rap as fast and aggressively as I fucking can. Do I want to do that? Here and there, randomly, sporadically, like I might get the vibe. But no, I don't want to fucking do that for the rest of my life, dude. I want to make a love song or a heartbreak song because...
I always tell people it's about the words. Like whether or not I'm singing or I'm rapping, it's about the words, you know? Yeah. But yeah, no, I see exactly what you're saying.
And I like how you dive into a whole subject because it also becomes research and it becomes like this whole, you know what I mean? Like a little
I tell people It's always like my music is about what I'm going through, what I've gone through, what I'm trying to manifest or what I'm trying to avoid. Yeah. 4 different aspects.
That's fucking dope. Yeah. That's like I have a song called Till Death and people always were like, that's crazy you went through that. Like, you know, fuck him. And I'm like, I wrote that about one of my homegirls. Like one of my homegirls was going through that. And she was, you know, like her man was cheating on her and it was just getting this whole thing. And it was about, you know, and they were married. And so I wrote that more like inspired by them. And what's crazy is her vocals are actually tucked in there. Oof. She could sing, but she never did because she just believed in his dream and all this shit. So I let her, like, I was like, you should come in the studio and you should sing a little, like, the higher octave or whatever. And she did. And it's tucked in there. And, it, you know,
that's a frequency.
To me, that was you know what I mean? Like, I fuck with her to this day. I fuck with her, like, you know, like, I'm like, yo, like, that's just what it is. But there's certain meanings to certain things, you know? People know my song Waste of Time. Everybody thinks I wrote it about my son's dad because he's in the video. But it wasn't. It was about someone else. But my son's dad graciously was in the fucking video, and apparently it ruined his dating life for a while. But I was like,
that's
yo,
tough. I don't believe in the word dating. I don't believe.
Let's talk about that, because what the fuck does that even mean? I don't believe in the word dating.
I don't believe in dating. I think the modern day scene of stuff is so messed up. Like,
how are you gonna find a partner? Are you gonna club her in the head and fucking take her to your cave?
So the way I've gotten to where I've gotten to in life is that, like, if I don't get into something unless I mean it, and if I do, I just, like, you know, I dive into it and I let it either, you know, flourish or destroy. You know, like I wore the same shoes until they break. Now, you know, obviously I played college basketball and all that stuff.
Wear her out, Dax 2020.
Wear her out. Oh, come on now. Nah, they can't handle that type of pressure.
No, I'm just saying, no, because I get what you're saying. Okay, yeah. So then you do believe in dating, you just don't believe in today's definition of dating.
Today's, because here's the thing with social media, and you got all these dating apps and stuff like that. I mean, this is what actually happened to me. Okay, let me dive into these stories and get truthful, right? So when I got to the University of Montana, I finally achieved my D1 goal. I was playing Division I basketball. I'm at this, like, 20,000 person school in Missoula, Montana, and I was like, man, okay, I'm here. All right, I'm a Division I basketball player. Okay, my pull is a lot more than it used to be. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, you know, girls, they mess with me. And I was just like, I'd meet a girl, right? And, you know, let's say I'd get her number. I just gotten a phone. I didn't even have an iPhone yet. It was a Cricket, Canadian. Okay. And I just remember thinking, because I'm a very analytical person, I think a lot of things. What sign are you, by the way? I'm a hybrid Aries. I don't like the whole sign thing, but I'm a hybrid Aries. Okay. So I'm on the cusp. So if it's my domain,
turn into E40 real quick.
If it's my domain, I'm leading. If it's not my expertise, I'm completely fine taking a step back and learning from whoever is good at that.
Okay.
But if it's me, if it's mine, basketball, music, like, I don't want to hear shit.
Okay.
But if that's, anyway, so I remember being on campus. I'd be like, okay, so I'd meet a girl and I'd, like, let's say I get her number. At that time, it was getting numbers. You know what I mean? I didn't even have an Instagram. I got an Instagram freshman year of junior college. So I did have an Instagram. Anyways, I'd be like, okay, so she messes with me. Uh-huh. I just got her contact information. but I'm on a 20,000 person campus. There's the basketball team, there's the track team, there's the football team. Like, okay, so what if she also meets a football player today that she's like, okay, he's cool too. Okay, then she gets his number. Okay, then like she goes and she meets someone like, because we're not together, so she has the complete authority to meet as many people as she wants, get all their numbers, and talk to all of them, because me and her are in a relationship. So I'm like, okay, so she could meet 10 people who check off her boxes and get all their contacts and be talking to all of them at the same time. And now I'm in a race with these. So that's when I was like, man, fuck dating, because dating is different for men and women, because women acquire men a lot easier than men acquire women, because I had to do all these things to become interested to that girl. Whereas she was just hot because it's like off of the initial attraction. Whereas like I had to be the basketball player and and now I get a chance. So I was like, you know what? I don't really like the fact of, okay, I understand. I'm not mad at her. You know, she's trying to find her future partner as well. So she's going to, you know, entertain these 10 motherfuckers. So I was like, you know what? Let me just focus on myself and become the motherfucker to where when she meets me, she has to make that decision. I can't mess around with this dude. So I wanted to become almost like the equivalent to what that girl was.
You just wanted to be, yeah. I get what you're saying.
I wanted to raise my value,
but
she couldn't. A woman has to make a decision of like, you know what, this is, maybe I shouldn't entertain other guys while I meet him because he is,
Yeah, which I get that, but why don't you believe in dating though? Because if you are that best version, then you're meeting other girls to see who is matching up to your level as well.
No, because dating isn't the same for men and women, which is why I couldn't believe in dating.
What do you mean? First of all, you're talking to a lesbian right now, and I would technically be the guy in the shit. So
right, but let's keep it a whole buck though. Let's say you didn't make music, and I saw you on the street, I wouldn't know you were a lesbian. No, so this is like the difference between like color. We're getting deep now. Listen, right? So sometimes people will be like, I've had conversations with people about like race. And like, let's say, you know,
you undermined my whole
you could be
masculineness right now in one swift swipe. He just let's just keep it real, bitch.
You could be fair skinned, right, or whatever it is. But like, let's say if you're walking on the street, I don't know you like women. If I'm walking on the street, you know I'm black. So there's a difference between like those types of things.
Oh, so you're talking more interracial relations. Like you're interested in a white girl.
No, sorry, I'm just giving you an example.
I know, but like why would race come into play unless you are thinking of someone specifically?
Because it's like when you're walking on the street, I don't know you're a lesbian. So you're still a woman to me that I can potentially be with.
So you think that, okay, let's leave sexuality out of there. Okay. You're like, okay, you're a woman, I could potentially be with you. You think that for some reason I would, like, you being black would be some problem? What do you mean? Because you said
I messed you up. I'm just saying that like if you're walking on the street, and let's say you got to take out you're not Snow the product.
Yeah.
Like if you were just walking.
Yeah.
The dude would be interested in you and he wouldn't know that you liked girls. So that man-woman dynamic would exist.
Yeah, but with
until you let him know.
Your insecurity? Like, what
it's not an insecurity. It's that like I wanted to put myself in the position to where I wanted to acquire more value, so women had to take me more seriously rather than playing the game of like, oh, I meet this girl, I like her, but in the back of my head, we as men know, okay, there's a bunch of dudes who are trying to get her as well, so I'm just here and I'm trying to compete. Whereas like most girls don't have to deal with that because most guys can acquire a lot of girls.
Girls have to deal with that. Girls actually...
Yeah, for the top % of guys, once I became the basketball player, I became the athlete, and now there is more girls I can get. But like, it wasn't always like that for me, where I go back to my beginning in high school, and I was a nobody. And I was just like, damn, I'm just like lucky for whatever I can get.
Yeah, somebody said, you're not understanding Snowy. I completely understand. I know, look, once again, me being a queer woman, okay? Me approaching a woman who is a feminine looking woman. One, there's not that many feminine looking, they're like femme women, which would be more my type, that are queer. The 99% of them like men. So now I'm talking about 8 women in LA. So now I have to somehow find them. And then I have to realize that, one, every man is trying to get at them and every lesbian is trying to get at them.
Right.
So I understand where he's coming from. I'm trying to understand like specifically where like he's coming from with specifically what he's saying. But as far as like, do I know that it's very difficult to find those people and hope that you are top tier for those people? But what I had to tell myself, because I've also been in that, and that's what my initial question to him was, is don't you also have to feel like they have to, just finding a hot girl is not enough, right? Because you have to find, now the same way that she might find 10 other guys that check her boxes, shorty got to check your boxes. I don't give a fuck if you are the top basketball player, the best rapper, you're rich, you drive, pull up in a fucking nice car. Now you also have to talk to these very pretty girls and be like, do you have what I need? You know, and that's the same thing. Like I said, there's not that many women or that would, you know, necessarily like be interested in a woman like me. But if there is, I also still have to fucking check out personality, life goals, where are you going, what are you doing, would we even work together? And that's the only reason why we're having this discussion of dating or not dating. Because for me, I'm like, not dating would mean, okay, bet, either lock it down or don't. Dating for me is, do I even want to lock this shit down? Because at the end of the day, I don't even know what you act like when you're mad. For all I know, you're the type of bitch that, yeah, I might be in a $200,000 car, but if you're the type that the moment you don't get your way, you open the door and fly out of it. Now I'm sitting here on TMZ because shorty want to throw a tantrum and jump out the damn car.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. We got to figure this out. So I'm telling my friend here, yo, I know, but also make sure they check your boxes too, motherfucker, because some of these bitches, you know what I mean?
I was just saying like why I don't prescribe to the dating.
So then what the fuck do you do?
Because like I said, it comes from, like I said, I didn't start making music till I was, 22. So I just like, my songs come from that whole 22 years of just like living, without being what I do now. So it's just like the dating game is just completely different for men and women. So that's why I don't prescribe to dating, because I've been through it where I understand it. Like, okay, well, I'm talking to this girl. Wow. But I'm going to get that because I'm just that type of guy.
Well, they dropping that ass up and you got to pick it up.
Pick it up.
Somebody got to pick it up.
Well, so it's just different. So it's like I don't like dating because it's like if I meet a girl now who I fuck with, I'm letting her know like I'm not going to just like straight out say it, but it's going to come to the point where it's just like.
So you like to exclusively date before? Is that what it is?
I mean, let's just keep it a buck, right? I've said this on my live before. It's like there's no point in messing with multiple people with condoms. You might as well just find a girl you like and then hit raw. So for me, it's like if I mess with a girl, it's very just like
somebody had me a drink.
No, this is just real shit. It's real shit. I mean, there's too many diseases out here, too much bullshit going on. That's why I don't even like dating as well, especially in this shit, because it's like, this is a drink.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, so it's like
they're gonna hand me one of those, and I don't want to drink one of those. Sorry.
You know what I mean? You just gotta. I let them know like real quick. It's like, yo, whoever you're talking to, it's done now.
I feel, and that is a benefit exclusively to heterosexual men. That's something that exists for heterosexual men that I don't think. I don't know.
Have you tried that?
Me? Hey, yo, whoever you was, no, I would.
I feel like there's definitely.
Do
lesbians that would say something.
Do STDs travel within lesbian?
Yeah, they do, but also, like that's already like I don't think I had to say that. Since you met me, did you mess with anybody else?
Oh,
exactly. Like I don't think that's. I'm just saying.
That's
like,
what you mean.
Well,
that it's like that way.
Because here's the thing. This is the reason I'm telling you I don't mess with dating, because that's what dating is in this modern era. It's like, okay, but here's the thing though.
So I agree with you.
Right. I'm not going to talk to you while you entertain 10 other people. I didn't work this hard and do all this in life to like talk to a girl and she's entertaining 10 motherfuckers on the side. But that's what most people are dealing with.
In general,
in this modern era.
Okay, so if I was
that's why I don't like dating.
If I was to really like back myself up off of being a rapper, doing whatever, and what it means to date nowadays, yeah, you're absolutely right. You fucking people are on apps and they're going.
Someone's like, get Dax another cup and pour.
Another cup and pour. Oh yeah, they want you to talk your shit. I mean, he is speaking the truth, and like I said, some of this I'm backing up a little bit because I'm also like I'm a little lit, so I'm like okay, but I agree as a more masculine presenting lesbian that sometimes I have to agree with the dudes of like, yeah, I wouldn't Okay, I tried to talk to this girl or whatever at some point, and she was just on some like, well, this person, that person, they want this and that and blah blah blah, and they're more masculine than you, and they're more all this shit, and it makes you feel like, damn, like, okay, well, shit, I'm not, that person. Then like what? But then you start to realize like that's on them, because they're just trying to bring you down. You know what I mean? Like sometimes women just want to, not all women, but sometimes that person that has that power just wants to make you feel less, so you work harder, and all it makes some people do is walk away. Like, I'm not, like, dude, I'm not gonna do all that. Like, either you like me or you don't. If you don't,
right. So that's why I don't I don't like the term dating.
But for me to have these conversations I'm talking about, I have to have, talk a little bit, whatever. Right. So you meet a girl and you're like, everything you're doing is done. Come on, we gonna. So does that mean you have a quick turnover rate? I think as a man, as a man, I think the most powerful thing you have as a man is the ability to walk away. I think I'm not initiating sexual interactions. I'm not like I'll talk. Like time could go on. I'm not gonna try and you know what I mean? Yeah.
So it's like I'm going in subjectively. Not subjective, it's the wrong word, but yeah, I'm not trying to hit everything I see walking. I think as you gain
Wasn't
more
I
value for yourself.
Wasn't I called the fucking bottom for saying the exact same thing? So 2 days ago I had a podcast, and I said how I hung out with somebody and I didn't try to sleep with them. I didn't try to kiss them. I literally was like, at the end of the night, got a hug, left. And they're like, that's very bottom energy of you. But at the same time, when you hear it coming from a man, like, I'm not trying to hit, we can talk, we can do whatever. I'm not necessarily trying to start anything sexual. It sounds, right? It sounds gentleman-like. But when you hear it from me, motherfuckers is calling me a bottom, when I'm like, I'm trying to be respectful, because let's keep it real. Snow the product, like from the wrong person, somebody could be like, and then she forced herself or did something. I'm like, look, I ain't starting nothing. I'm not doing nothing. You got to give me several green lights before I ever even, because for people who are in the quote unquote public eye, you got to just be careful, because you're like, I don't know who you are. I don't trust you that much. Next thing you know, there's a story about me. And I'm like, bruh, right or wrong?
No, you're right. When my eyes water, I get epiphanies.
Holy shit.
So yeah, what you're saying is completely, I mess with that. And to go off that, it's like, I think that there's stages. So as a dude, so when you're a child, right? Your whole thing is like, oh, go get it. And then on the girl side, it's sort of like, don't give it up. Mm-hmm. Because, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, as a man, when you transition from finding the value of exchanging your energy, then you sort of like, it's not like you sort of understand what it's like to be a woman in that aspect, because like dudes are constantly trying to, not hit, yeah, but just get girls. And then once you're a dude, you're like, you know what? I'm not trying to just like fuck everything that walks type shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're just like, oh, like you find the value in yourself.
Exactly.
And that's why, like, I think the dating shit is so messed up, at least in this generation, or maybe just like different spots you go, or maybe it's because I'm a music artist now and it's weird.
Yeah. No, and it is, and I think people judge us based off, oh, you're a rapper, so you like, you must be on tour and like fucking people or whatever. And it's like, no, they don't even know like what exactly. I mean, for me, I'm on tour. I don't have groupies, right? I have fans. I have people who I love who support my music. So like, it's not like I'm on tour and I try to, no, like, I'm like, dude, like, I respect, there's this mutual respect within me and my fans. So when I'm on the road, I actually just like do my show, go back. Maybe I have an after party or something, like something where I'm hosting. But other than that, I take a shower, I eat soup, and I go to sleep on my bus. I like soup. And I go to sleep and I like on my bus. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really doing the shit that people probably fucking think. And I think it's just hard in this climate, especially now, where people assume because of our career or what we do that we might, and to add to what you were saying, because you're like, when you were a boy, when they tell you go get it, and then you eventually know your worth. Now imagine for someone like me who, as a kid, I was raised, very like, you're going to be straight. So I've dated men. So it was very like, I'm shy, I'm reserved, I have the power here, I'm not going to give it up, I'm, whatever. And then I eventually start with women, and then I'm like, oh shit, like, I am the more masculine one, so I'm supposed to quote unquote hit on somebody, and I don't know how to hit on somebody because like, do I find women attractive? Yes. Do I know how to fucking maneuver this shit? No. When I'm comfortable and if I'm with someone who I really like, hell yeah, I know how to act, but like I know how to like do what I need to do. But like, just like if I was at a club and like, even if like, let's say we all go, we got a section and there's like a girl and you're like, yo, they're lesbians over there, like go get them. I'll be like,
yeah, I say the best thing.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna teach my boy some game right here. All right, let me like, hold on now. Talk to me nice. So what you do is this, man. You walk up and you say, excuse me, what's your name?
No, I can't do that. You can do that.
Right.
If I do, you're like, you're right. Yeah. If I say, I mean, they might say it, but if they say it in a way that I know they don't want to talk to me, bro, I'm mortified, dude. I'm going home.
Then after you say, what's your name? You say, where you from? Okay. Wow.
Excuse me, miss. Like, what is this? Like, fucking
no, don't say excuse me, miss. Excuse me. Excuse me. What's your name?
What's your name? Can you come home with me? What is that song? What song is it? I take you
don't
home.
Anything, but excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
From across the room.
Hey.
But yeah, man, it's very simple, man. We simplify stuff. But yeah, no, I see that. But like I said, that's to me why I think the dating stuff is interesting. But you know what I mean, it is what it is. We make that thing shake at the end of the day. But like I've seen it from all people don't understand this, I've seen it from all different aspects. That's why like the way I speak about it is like, so because like I said, I've been, and then I started playing basketball, then did that, then I went to 3 different colleges in 4 years, and then boom, and then now I'm a music artist. It's like I've just experienced a lot of, so yeah, it's crazy out here, man. It's wild. But that's why, like I said, even songs like "To Be a Man" and stuff like that, it's where it gives really people that insight on what it's like to to be a man, and a lot of women can relate to, which I think is great. And you relate too, because like I said, you have a son, and the stuff you're talking about, where it's like, oh man, this is hitting me too. Like, oh dang, okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm raising a son. His dad is very opposite of a lot of my opinions. He might agree with a lot of the people that listen to your music. He's
it's crazy. Like the
man.
stuff that I say in my songs isn't even like subjective facts. It's just like, this is what it is. It's like,
yeah.
Like I literally haven't seen a woman who's disagreed with my song. Because if you compare it to a relationship with a man, but once you start thinking about your father, your son, then you can't disagree with it.
Yeah.
But that emotional like turmoil that comes along in like a sexual relationship with I could see how that could, like, people could disagree. But then it's like, oh well, I think about my dad, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Some girl, look, Brooke said, first girl I flirted with at Pride laughed in my face and told me I was cute.
That's just like, girls are mean.
Girls are, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, girls, so that's where sometimes I relate, in the sense that, like, yeah, if girls can be pretty fucking cruel. I don't think I feel like a guy will be sneaky and conniving. Like, they might cheat on you, they might do whatever. But a girl will laugh in your face and be like, haha, you thought. Like,
I don't know. Okay, I'll take that. Guys aren't that sneaky and conniving though. As someone,
Well, you are clearly representing nice guys.
No, I'm not. I'm not representing nice guys. I'm representing guys who know their value and are willing to walk away. The only time you get guys who are willing to bend is I've been there before. I've been in Wichita, Kansas at a D2 school, an overnight janitor. Like, I've been there where I didn't want to walk away and I got fucked. So I understand that as well.
But in some sense, you are kind of representing nice guys, because there is guys that can't walk away. They can't walk away from a relationship, so they rather cheat. And, that, like, inside you still know, whether you're dating a man or a woman, that a lot of times when they do something fucked up, it's something within them, right? Like, I think, at least for me, I'm old enough now to understand that. Like, I wish I knew this way before. But I know now that, like, when you see somebody be shady or shitty or fucked up or whatever, cheat, lie, whatever, it's something within them. There is something deep in there that maybe they don't even realize. Or even when you see, like, a mean girl or somebody, there's something in there. You know what I mean? And they don't want to expose it, but it is. So you can leave freely knowing like I gave you my best. I tried, but at the same time, until you deal with what the fuck you got to deal with, you're going to keep being the same shitty fucking person. Sometimes when you talk, you're talking from a viewpoint of somebody who you do know your value. So you're not really trying to fuck nobody over. And you also, like I said, have been able to manifest your life into what it is. You try to be your best self. You try to have discipline, all that. So your viewpoint is kind of coming from not the viewpoint of some of these dudes. Dude, I've had homies talk, and when I hear them talk, I'm like, I don't even know how I could trust you in business. Like, you're cheating on your wife, mother of your children, the person you go to bed with every fucking night and tell you love, and you are cheating with some disgusting people. You're not, you know what I mean? Like, mind you, not to judge, but there's a little character flaw in there that how the fuck would I even know to trust you if the person that loves you the most in this entire fucking world, you're not even being honest to. You know? So sometimes it's just one of them things of just character flaws are deep within the fucking person, and that goes beyond male, female, sexuality, you know, same, or opposite, or whatever the fuck you were saying, you know? Right. Like, it just is what it fucking is.
We got all different things. We got... That's all there is. Anything else is blasphemy. It's either we're playing swords, black holes, or we're connecting the two dots. Let's keep it a whole buck. But I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I think that's... But no, man, I tell you, no. What you're saying is really real, and the reality of yeah. And it's such, like I said, as I get older, it's such an important topic because who you choose to be with is the most important decision you'll ever make.
Do you ever see yourself getting married?
Oh, of course. I mean, not necessarily under the guise of the government coming in and messing my shit up, but I think the best version of myself is being with one woman, because I tell dudes all the time. I'm now a mentor for a lot of people. You have two choices. It's either you're going to, like, you need a woman, unless you're on the other side, right? You need a woman. So it's either you have one where you love, stay with, and you have that guaranteed poontang. You know, just keep it a buck. Oh, hold on. Or you chase women. You either have one or you chase them, but you're not getting away from women. Because that's just, you're not getting away from it if that's what you like. You either have one or you chase them. And I'll tell you what, having one where, you know, when you're coming home at night, you have someone you love, blah, 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 whatever it is, and you can just seep into there, fall asleep with it. Listen, God, listen, forgive me.
Although you're staring, I could feel you staring at my eyebrow.
And as like, it's better to have, it's better to have one than to be chasing a bunch. Because that's just a waste of time. So the best version of a man that can achieve the most ever is being with one woman and being disciplined in that. Now, it's up to you whether or not you want to frolic on the outside every now and then. That's on you, brother.
Thanks, brother.
But having one is definitely how you're going to be most successful, because you're going to chase women regardless. You might as well chase the one that you actually love. Love her 1,000 different ways instead of loving 1,000 different women. Talk to me nice.
Shut up, Dax. Dax, Dax, stop coughing. She's like,
but yeah, that's really what it is.
Ito, how do you feel?
I don't,
brother?
I don't know.
Literally, brother.
And I'll tell you what. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to ask you about a Canadian question, but
okay.
If you want to say more about.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
So I'll tell you this, as, like, from experience, everything is just habits, right? So it's like it does get easier to be monogamous if you practice the skill. Just like shooting a basketball, like just dealing with one person is also like getting good at it. You know what I mean? So it's like I call it's like being domesticated. You know, no, real shit. It's like it's a skill that you have to actually practice. It's hard, and I'm not gonna say I'm not the savant of it or anything. Listen, that thing shakes. See,
that's what I'm saying. The things you saying, and you're
joking.
like, that thing shakes.
That's just my humor. That's just my humor. Mm-hmm. But it's like, that is a skill. But if you do want to be the best version of yourself, being disciplined and just dealing with one rather than chasing a bunch is definitely going to lead you in that direction to get where you want to quicker.
I listen. Yup. And on to you, Ito. What were you gonna say?
Oh, just about poutine. You like it?
I said poutang.
No, I'm just saying the food.
Poutine.
We've kind of talked about it.
Yeah, the fries, poutine.
What is this? Fries with gravy? What is that?
Yeah,
right. You speak French? Oh yeah, that's right. Because you are from
Canada.
But what part?
So I was born on a rock in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Oh shit! No, it's just because the first time I ever went to Canada, I went on the East Coast and they were speaking French to me, and I was confused, and I was super uneducated. Like I'm from California, so for me to have ended up in Canada, in Quebec or whatever, like I just didn't know how to. So I remember
you had a show.
Yeah, but they were talking to me, and I was just like, I remember going to, I think it was Burger King, and I literally pointed, and I was just like. I needed food and I was pointing, and then they stopped us at the border. I had never been on a Canadian border. I mean, I've been in the Mexican border a million times, but
haven't we all?
Canadian border, they just were, they're like, where are you from? What are you doing? What the fuck? What do you do? And every time, and I've told people, the reason I don't go to Canada more on tour is because every time I'm at the border 6 to 8 hours. They always hold us up, dude. They go through my bus. They rip shit up. Like, they're just going through it. Last time they stepped on strawberries all over my clothes. I don't even know how the fuck that happened. I was like, there's strawberries all over my white clothes.
Flying in there?
You're like, have you ever thought of... Yes, so that's what I told my agent. I was like, I feel like if I'm going to build in Canada, why don't I just go host some clubs, like try to pull up, like try to build with the people. Right. Not tour bus into this, let me just.
It's tough because Canada, we only have 30. I mean, when I left, I'm there, but like we had 30 million people back then when I was younger. Now it's like 38 or whatever. So it's like, that's California. And America has 300 million. So it's like I'm Canadian, so I do like whole Canadian tours. But I understand how for like someone who's from America, it may not make sense.
Right. And it sucks to say that, like, because people will be like, why don't you come to Canada? And I don't want to be like, it doesn't make sense. But I'm just like, maybe I'll just fly in, me and a few people. We go. I do want to. I've never experienced Canada. It's not like I've ever been there, even Toronto or anywhere. Like, it's not like I've ever been there and just got to vibe. Like, I didn't. It looked amazing and everything. But it's like, I always go, do my show, get the fuck out. And it's like, why don't I just go? I saw some cool shit.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll just go.
I really realize that it's like the videos right here. I'm not used to seeing myself while I'm
dead. Are you perceiving yourself right now?
No, but so it's better if I look straight though, right?
Whatever you. Yeah.
Wow. Fire.
My brother even got a camera. Ito, turn your camera on. He's a son. Or an egg, whatever that is.
Yeah.
So what you been working on? What you been?
Music, like I said, I went and recorded a few collabs. I have some music videos coming up. And literally last night when I went to that Billboard Women in Music event, I was talking to the people at TuneCore and they were like, what you got? And I'm like, I need to work on music. Like, I really do. And I'm very inspired. I'm very like motivated to work on new music and to do all that stuff. For a while, I was in a not the best place. Now I'm in an amazing place. So even I was saying how tonight, like I might fuck around and go visit this writer. I've always written all my own stuff and I do. And I love it, but maybe hit in the studio with a few writers where like they write these huge records for like Beyonce and these huge writers. It's like, maybe I might learn skills that, and like I was telling you, like I'm inspired by you, I'm inspired by different people. I'm right now in a very like learning, just trying to fall in love with the music and the like creativity and like all this stuff again. So I'm just going where the wind takes me. I'm in flow right now. I'm in flow. I'm just,
that flow.
Yeah, I'm ready for the universe to give me exactly what the fuck I deserve, because I know what the fuck I deserve. And I know I've been a good person in my life, and I know I've always had the best intentions. So, hey, give me what it is, and let's fucking go. I've made mistakes, by the way. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I've been the best person. But I'm just saying, like, I know that my heart's always been in the right place. So I'm just ready for things to do what they need to do. 2024 feels good.
One of these collabs coming out, you got dropping.
They're coming out pretty soon. I feel like if I say too many details, they're gonna know. But there's a few different things, different countries, by the way, like artists in different countries, different places, like different genres. And that's why I was telling you, like, I love how you are doing, you know, like Into the Country and stuff. And I was telling you about how like country is now doing with corrido and like, and you know, different corrido. Everybody is just like, I love that about music right now, and especially being an independent artist, because it's like, bro, I want to make a rap song like I want to make a corrido. I want to make a dembow song like I want to make. That's like, I mean, that would be like Mexican country. Like, there's just different, you know. And it's like, I could make a fucking banda song, like I can make a cumbia song, like I can make a English and Spanish and just all these things. To me, I hope that just because I'm an independent artist, people don't want to pigeonhole me. Because it's like, bro, if anything, now that I'm like fully my best self, I want to be everywhere. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather get 200,000 streams in each fucking country than to get millions in one. Like, I want to just be spread out, global, the most global independent artist ever. I'm bilingual. Why the fuck not? And right. That's where I'm at. But also, I love this fucking podcast. I love that you were here. I love the fact that I can connect with people just on a human level, and we can just talk, no plan, no nothing. And then we end up understanding each other. We just talked about dating and not dating and single and straight and gay and like all the things. And, you know, even though you made your hand signs, which I'm sure will end up on TikTok, it is what it is. Like, no one's offended. Yeah, we understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, Dax, no one ever gets mad at Dax. Dax is just Dax, man. I mean,
Dax with the facts, man.
Dax got those words, man. There's nothing in my cup, but okay.
Why do you keep here? Just look.
Well, no, because this is. I gotta watch myself. I got wasted because I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. So you know what I mean.
I don't want to deal with myself.
But I'm about to deal with
somebody's daughter tonight.
Okay.
Dang, so
there's nothing wrong with that. Talk to me.
So you're like born all the way over here.
Yeah, I was born on a rock. That's why, you know what's crazy? People like ask me like, where does like how did the country music happen?
Wait, you on an island? You an islander?
Yeah, I was born on St. John's, but I've also lived in Mississippi, Wyoming, Montana, and Kansas. So it's like my plethora of songs I have is from my life experiences.
And stop telling these people my shit is water. My shit is watered down. Because I'm not trying to be belligerent.
Right.
But it's still tequila in there. You know what I'm saying? It's tequila light. It's tequila diet.
Tequila light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born on that rock, man. St. John's, Newfoundland. I'm a Newfie.
Newfie?
It is what it is.
What's a Newfie?
Just like Newfoundlanders.
Newfoundlanders.
Yeah, it's okay. You can't even drive it. You got to fly to it or whatever it is. And yeah, that's where I was born.
How are the people? Wait, so when you said that there's some million, is that all of Canada or is that where?
Yeah, all of Canada is less than 40 million people.
So it's like mostly ice?
Yeah, so Canada actually has a bigger land, but a lot of it's inhabitable.
Why is it inhabitable?
Too cold.
That's wild.
Yeah, so Canada's like as big as California population-wise. That's why a lot of people are like, it's not even why. Like, you know, like I'm Canadian, so I like doing Canadian tours because I'm Canadian. But like I see how it doesn't make sense for most.
So what's like the northest?
I personally don't know geography. I dropped out when I was. I dropped out of everything important going into 12th grade, but yeah, I don't know geography like that. But that's I know North Pole.
Some of these city names are crazy.
So wait, so they come up with all these city names that are crazy, but are they habitable or is there like
just too cold? It's
like if it's got a
can't
city
live in Antarctica.
Though. But I'm saying like, but if it's got a city name, is there people there or they're just like, hey, this piece of land
I mean, like so, it's like there's Nunavut. You can live in Nunavut, but it's like who wants to live in Nunavut?
Nunavut is tight, bro. Yo, y'all got cool ass fucking Nunavut.
Even like me, I lived on a reserve for a bit.
Bro, I'm putting that in a rap song.
I was just like, it was tough.
Nunavut, that's fucking.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'll kick you out to Nunavut.
Is that what is that right there? St. John's?
No,
what is
this
that?
was Radisson.
Oh, Radisson. Okay.
You want me to go to St. John's?
No, you don't have to.
He said, "There's a fucking Google image of Dax. Like, it's Dax."
I gotta
Yeah, it looks like inhabitable, pretty inhabitable.
No, that looks habitable as hell.
That's habitable.
But I'm talking like
that's
like
Hannibal Lecter.
like just too cold. You can't function.
That looks warm.
You feel me?
Yeah. That's wild.
What the?
Look, I don't know, but that looks pretty habitable right there. There's a KFC on the motherfucking court. That look like Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, Texas.
That looks like fucking Texas, bro.
Man, Whataburger. You know what's crazy? I almost became a millionaire off Whataburger. When I was playing basketball, I was there for a tournament, and there was a nail in my fries in Whataburger in Texas.
Oh my god!
But I found it as I left the restaurant, and once I brought it back, they tried to play dumb on me. Oh, you put that in there? I was like, bro,
I'm dead.
So I almost. But anyways, they didn't even give me a complimentary fry.
Yeah, they're like,
Whataburger needs to be. Anyways,
what'd you do with the nail?
I don't know. I think I threw it out, or they took it and discarded it. Something like that.
I'm dead.
It was the last nail in their coffin. It's gonna be.
Oh God.
What'd you order from Whataburger?
I can't remember. This was like 8 years ago.
Because I'm just saying, because everybody, I'm being from California and living in Texas for a very long time.
You lived in Texas for a long time?
Yeah, that's where I had my son. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I lived in Fort Worth. That's why I thought that looked like Fort Worth. I was like, but I feel like everybody's always so like, Whataburger In-N-Out. And I always tell them, I'm like, I order such different things. I like both of them. Maybe call me a fat ass, but I like both of them. Like when people are like, Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop, both of them. Like there's different things I like everywhere. Wings and Wings and Things is my favorite. Wings and Things. Have you ever had that in San Diego?
Wings and Things.
Well, or Epic Wings they call it. But you ever been in San Diego?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. I often go out there to like when I fly in there. Go with my guy Stevie Knight.
Okay, I know who that is. Go to Wings and Things. If you like wings, order the mild wings. That I used to work there. It was amazing. I couldn't afford the wings when I was there, but then when I grew up, I went back and ate the wings, and I was like, I could see why I had a job. It was, they're bomb. But anyway, yeah. Are you a foodie at all?
I only eat like once a day.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck is going on?
6 a.m. in the morning, I wake up inside. But it's like, yeah. So when I wake up, I get Starbucks.
Too disciplined.
I get Starbucks, and I'll have I'll get egg white bites, but I'll usually only eat one of them, and then I like intermittent fasting. Pretty much is what I do. Food makes me really tired. I think I got to change my diet and eat better stuff. But yeah, I don't eat that much. But I like food. I love steak as of recent. I started eating steak last year. I started eating steak last year.
Love steak. As a matter of fact, as of recent, I found out I have high cholesterol and I can't eat steak. But I fucking love steak, bro. Can I tell you something?
What are the side effects of high cholesterol?
When I eat, my heart starts racing and I probably feel like I'm going to have a heart attack.
Interesting. Okay, so I don't have it.
No, you don't have it. If you just started eating steak, I've been eating steak since steak was steaking, baby. Damn. I might fuck around and eat a cow.
See, I'm Nigerian, so when I started eating steak like last year, and you sort of like at well done, but now I'm like at medium.
If I go on a date and a girl orders her steak well done, that is our last date.
You wait, so that on a first date you'll go to a steak place?
Where do you go?
We sitting and talking. The hell? I don't believe. Like I said, I didn't even bring that. I didn't even bring that part of it. Listen, all my dudes
it's
right here.
It's expensive to be a lesbian. Let me tell you something. Guys get to be
talk
like
to a woman first before
kick it with me by the river, and the girls are like, "Oh my god, it's so romantic." But as a fucking lesbian, I have to take you to a nice ass fucking.
You don't have to take
house.
no one nowhere. No, you don't. You don't. If someone really messes with you, they will sit in a room with you and talk, and let's get to know each other before we go out in public and sit down. I'm gonna learn more from you sitting here in front of you, and just if we can actually vibe. But I think going to restaurants stuff should be prescribed for someone you're exclusively talking to. I mean, coffee and stuff like that's cool. But steak, come on now.
You gotta get there. You gotta work your way up.
You gotta get there.
To be a man, you fucking assholes.
Yeah.
I hate all of y'all because you know what? It is true. Girls, dude, I have had women who have been with both on this damn fucking podcast and been like, "Do you have a different standard for men that you do for women?" And they will admit, yes, they fucking do. For a man, bitches will fucking sit there and eat a double cheeseburger and love their life. Well, at least he doesn't cheat on me. But with a woman, it's like you got to pull out all the stops. Like, I got to do this, I got to do that. And guess what? You know what? Next time, I'm taking a bitch to a river. Hey, you. We're going to a river.
But here's the thing, though. You.
She's like, are we going fishing?
There's no girl that's making you take them to steak on a first date. That's just maybe what you have in your brain of what they might want.
Maybe I wanted to eat steak.
That's true as well.
Imagine I'm like, I eat steak. I'm like, you order vegetables because you pretend we're at the river right now. I don't know why I keep saying river. Like, what the fuck does that have in it? Maybe because you showed a picture of it. Because I'm like, I really don't.
The river.
I mean, look, I drive a Tesla. You could watch Netflix in my fucking car. Like, literally, I could like put the little.
You gotta watch out because there's women out here who are just literally just trying to go places to eat and be fed. Listen, it's a dirty game.
Okay, so all right, bet you bitches ain't eating no more. I'll tell you that right now. No eating here tonight.
All right.
No eating here tonight. You're on a diet.
I have a thing in my brain where it's like. Because like this is like what I think, right? Like just me personally, it's like if I personally.
Oh, Finding Nemo, right?
What's the movie called?
Finding Nemo.
Push no more, c'est soi.
Push no more, c'est méchant.
Said push no more, c'est soi, tout est origine.
What is that? I can't comprehend.
Finding Nemo.
I saw it, but I don't remember it as a child.
What the? He's like, imagine. Look, that's the thing. He might go on a date with a girl. And he's like. I don't remember that as a child.
I don't go on dates.
Oh my God, he's so deep.
I don't go on dates. I'm being 100% serious.
Okay, so what the fuck do you do, Dax? How do you get a girlfriend,
if I start talking to someone,
you're like, you, me.
No, we start.
That's it.
We start talking. We have conversations. We have conversations. We talk. We meet. Hey, do you want to meet in person? Boom, 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 boom. Then we talk and we see if we can build a rapport and actually enjoy being around each other. Once we establish that, which comes naturally, then we start naturally doing things. Hey, what you doing? You want to go here? Let's go to the movie. Let's go to this. Let's go to that. Let's go to that. And as time goes on,
that's fucking dating. You just don't like the word.
No, people are dating backwards. People are trying to like, oh, let's go here on the very first time. No, we talk, and as time goes on, we grow to doing more things.
But okay. So maybe we're just different, but. I don't want to link up with a girl in a random parking lot and be like, we're going to talk. Like, no, I want to link up somewhere. So it's like, okay, let's go to Dave & Buster's. Bet. We're going to Dave & Buster's. Now, that doesn't mean, actually, matter of fact, I just said that right now and I literally want to leave the Dave & Buster's. Like, I like Dave & Buster's. So I'm like, yo, let's link up at Dave & Buster's. Let's eat the salad that I usually eat at Dave & Buster's and play some air hockey. So, like, that technically is a date, but, like, you wouldn't do that? On a first time linking up with a girl, you wouldn't take her to...
I've never on the first time taken a girl to dinner meeting them. I've never done it in my life.
So what have you done? Like, where do you take them?
We talk. We can...
Okay, but where are you talking? On the phone?
In person at wherever my habitation is at that current point. The
like
car
come over.
We go.
Oh, you got the quick little come over.
But like I said, this is from the graduation of knowing I'm not going to make a move on them sexually in any type of way. I'm just literally here to just talk, and we'll see. Like that's it.
You'll be having meetings.
I mean,
but this is someone who also has been to 3 different colleges in 4 years. You know, did my thing. You played college sports, and is tired of waking up beside people I don't like. So I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not waking up beside no one I don't want to wake up beside.
Okay, well, I'm not waking up beside anybody I invite to Dave & Buster's. I'm just going to Dave & Buster's. You know what I mean? It's
right, but then like I said, as a man, it's like, okay, well, what if like she went to Dave & Buster's with 10 other motherfuckers? I'm just not down for that.
That's how you know. If
I'm not down.
At all the games.
Right.
Wait, so you're scared of getting feelings?
No, I'm not. I'm not scared.
Like,
I'm not scared of getting
air
feelings.
Hockey with this motherfucker. I hate this bitch.
It's like if she's not down to meet and just talk normally.
Me. Look, she's pointing at you because you're me. I feel like, who the fuck else did you take a road trip with? Like, why the fuck? I be listening to. I was talking about how like I be listening to Ludacris. What's your fantasy? And I be like, if a girl told me what she did, and now I'm listening to a song, now I don't even feel comfortable. I be looking at her like, on the roof.
Yeah, I mean these are the realities of life, though. These things that doesn't never feel.
We could do it in the bathroom. In the bathroom, you fuck. What the fuck? What the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be mad? Like,
yeah, I mean that's. But these are, like I said, these are the realities of being a man. We don't like to hear
on the
about
50-yard line where the dirty birds kick for treat. What?
Real shit. I just like to keep it a buck. No, I don't want to. I don't like hearing about no past shit.
In the lighthouse, bitch. I'll jump out of the lighthouse. If you did it in the lighthouse, no, I can never look at a lighthouse the same.
But these are that. Yeah, it's the facts.
I feel you, Dax. You know what? These bitches is getting no dinner.
Nah, but this is real things. It's like if I take you to dinner, it's like how do we meet? Okay, well, like how do I know you're not like? Because here's the thing.
How many more times did you eat this week?
Nah, let me just keep it a whole buck. Hold on. Because this is like this.
You've been eating?
These are the actual things that people are dealing with on a daily basis, right? As someone who's been there. Okay, if I take you to dinner, which is no problem with that, do what you want to. But it's completely within the woman's autonomy to then go on multiple dinners that week if she deems so to be cool, which is great. I personally don't fuck with that.
You're like, if you eat dinner with me, you better not eat dinner with nobody else, bitch.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's how I feel.
But
yeah.
You gotta put an Apple AirTag on.
Yeah, no, it's not about an Apple AirTag. It's just that like I work too hard to take you to dinner on Wednesday, and because we're not together, you go to 8 other dinners within the next 2 months. I'm not cool with that. So I'm not gonna take you to dinner. I want to meet you in person. We have a conversation. If you fuck with me and you deem that I'm someone of value, then we can start doing more things.
Okay.
It's common sense to me.
All right. So let's say this. You meet with her.
Yeah.
You like her. She likes you. She's like, yo, I fuck with you so much. I'm not going to go out with nobody else. I want to just, let's see where this goes. Right? And then 3 dates in, you see her be super rude to a waiter. You see her just, when she has an attitude, she's the type to cold shoulder you. Like she's just acting super immature.
Okay.
And now you're just like,
I like this.
Right? And now what are you doing? Are you just, it's
well,
done?
Here's
what
the
are you
thing.
doing?
This. So what we got to do is we got to go back. All this starts from earlier. So it starts from me focusing on my purpose, getting right with God, getting in the gym and doing all these things to put myself in a position to not have to deal with certain things. That's where this starts, right?
Right.
So then once I meet her, none of the stuff I'm saying right now has to be said. It's if she's willing to actually come and have a conversation, and me, myself, I know that I'm not going to try and make a sexual move on this woman. I'm just going to literally just try to get to know her. Mm-hmm. So that power struggle where I could make that move is not even there. I'm just like actually trying to get to know this person.
Yeah.
So if she agrees to just like, oh, let's just have like a, maybe it's like a coffee, or maybe we just take a walk, or she just comes sit and we talk. It's her accepting that lets me know that she values me and wants to actually get to know me.
Not really. I mean, I'm going to tell you the truth. I mean, from the very minimal amount that I remember of dating men and also what I am dating women, I rather just meet up for coffee. Like, if it was up to me,
because that's how you know you actually mess with the person. If you're willing to meet up for just coffee or just meet up to talk, that means
I'm not sure it's worth my time either.
Okay.
So, from the other side, I'm not sure it's worth my time. Even if I'm dating a feminine woman, I might just be like, okay, let's link up for coffee. Let's see what it is. Okay, cool. Because I recently did that, by the way. I linked up with somebody. We had a nice little whatever. Okay, cool. And then it became a little bit more. Okay, bet. Like, let's see where this goes. And then the next day, okay, let's link up and talk over brunch. Bet. It's not until a good amount of time that you actually start seeing, because everybody's presenting at the beginning, right? There's been people that I end up realizing are very shitty people that at the beginning sounded great. Oh, I'm this and I'm that and I'll do this and I'll do that. Okay, cool. But then once you actually see them in them situations, that's when you're like, that's not lining up with who you think you are. So what I'm asking you is like, I understand. Okay, bet. You linked up for coffee, you're chilling, whatever. Right. But now you're choosing exclusivity and you realize she might be a piece of shit. You're just now walking away from something. So then you're starting over. So you kind of are okay with dating. You just rather go like one at a time and figure out what's wrong with shorty.
Yeah, that's how I've been successful in my life. I've chosen one thing, tried it, you know, like, but here's the thing. You can choose not to want to be in a relationship and choose to go out there and play the field. That's a choice. But then it's like, if you're focused on, you know what, I do want to find that person, then I think it's best for you to focus on one person at a time, because you can't be a master of one thing while being good at everything. Like, you can't master anything.
So if you're trying okay with walking away. You're good. Like, when you, like, let's say you date a girl for 3 weeks, you tried, you were exclusively, you're not out here playing the field, you're just with her. But when you walk away, are you good at walking away? Is my question. Like, are you like, no guilt?
But I mean, as a man, you usually know if you're going to take a girl seriously very early. It's not rocket science.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the hard part for me. It's like, I can't offer you exclusivity and then just walk away and then feel no guilt. I'm like, damn, I feel like I offered you like this, and now I'm like, as a dude, we
know, and you know, social media helps the whole thing. Like, as a man, you know, once you look at a girl from like initially, you're like, you know what? There's a potentiality that I could take this girl seriously, and you move from there. You know, if you know, or what you see is somewhat of, you can tell she may or may not be a hoe. You're like, she might just be like, I sort of just want, like, my slave to the flesh is like, I sort of just want to hit, and I know this isn't going to be like a long-term thing. Or you can see a woman and be like, man, she's just like seems like a good person. She has like a good head on her shoulders, and like, she like respects herself. So like, if I'm going to like pursue, it's like, this is probably going to be something I'm going to have to take seriously. It's very easy to tell.
But as somebody like you, like, okay, you date whatever, because somebody said
but women gotta understand, most dudes are lying to you most of the time to try and, you know, so it's like,
I mean, I guess the only reason that this conversation is actually interesting is because neither one of us is the type to just be focused like on sex, which is typically now what most people are like. But because even some of our viewers right now, they're like, the things they're saying is like, well, that doesn't... Wait, somebody said... Hold on. God damn it. Why does it... Is that you or is that me?
What's happening?
I'm trying to look at the...
Do I have time to go to the
chat,
bathroom
but it keeps on... Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm left-handed.
Facts. It can take... Look, I'm trying to go, but it keeps on clicking this shit. How does that go away?
Maybe the... All right, stop then.
All right.
Which one?
No, that's the thing. I want to have control to see it, but
everything... that's broken. Is what I'm saying. Is it?
Okay. Facts. It could take facts. Wait. That's Dak's whole point. If you can't commit to him the way he can to you, the power is in the next. Jerry. Can I see his picture? Can you pull up Jerry's picture? Okay. That's not what we're saying, Jerry. We understand that Dax can commit. People can commit. That's not all it's about, though. Like, everybody can fucking commit. How do you even know that you're ready to fucking commit?
I know what we did.
Sorry, that's his channel. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I don't know why this keeps on pulling up all this other shit for the chat. And then somebody else said...
I mean, is that what you
Jesus. Oh, okay, Jerry. So Jerry said that's Dak's whole point. If you can't commit to him like he can commit to you, then the power is in the next. But it's like, Jerry, I think people can, you know, like you can, people can commit to you like you can commit to them. But then how do you figure out, like, let's say you talk to them, you go on a date, you do all this, and then you end up, let's say, we all know we're not very like, that's not your first goal. But when you finally get there, what if that's corny?
I don't even prescribe to the word corny. What do you mean? What's corny?
What if you do something with someone and you end up finding out you're not sexually compatible with the person? Then what do you do then?
Not sexually compatible with the person. I don't even think that makes sense. Sex is practice. It's like you can become sexually compatible with somebody over a period of time. Like most casual sex, you're not. I mean, dudes, we're gonna bust regardless. I could bust in 60 seconds if I want to. But it's like learning the woman's body takes time. So it's like not being sexually compatible is like a casual sex thing. You can grow to learn somebody's body and then know what, makes her blah, 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 and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but that's not all there is.
Right.
Like making her do what she's gonna do. Like you could do that and still not.
I call it conversion rate. 10 out of 10 times, how many times is she getting to her climax? You know what I mean? If you're going 6 for 10, you're on good footing.
There's been times when I've made a girl do that and I literally was like not even into it.
I'm talking
being
about
compatible is for.
Well, I guess it's on a different spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. Men are just men. You know what I mean? Like they're just sorry, no offense, but
no, it's fine.
Guys are just guys. They're just like whatever, whatever. It's
if you're
like,
shooting 60% as a man, that's pretty good.
60%.
Honestly, I would say 40%.
That's a D, isn't it?
No, if you're shooting 40, because here's the thing.
Isn't a D
for the girl? There's so many factors in the girl finishing. There's so many factors in comfortability. This. It's like you can't. It's like you. It's not always. You know what I mean? But if you're with your girl 10 times and 6 times you do the job, that's amazing. That's amazing
for men. That is very man logic. Yeah.
I think girls would be happy with that too. 6 times out of 10.
No. For lesbians, it's 100 out of 100.
Well, yeah, because you're both girls. You know what I mean? I
appreciate Dax for being such a dude. Like he's such a dude. Like, my brother and him right now are like, yeah.
If you go 6 out of 10, you're on cloud 9 as a man. There's a lot of listen. I just know because I've just been through so much shit. There's dudes in relationships who are right now where it's like it's a mission to make their girl finish. I'm talking like a suicide mission to make literally. I'm being completely honest to make to like have her.
Do you have a lot of white friends?
I have all Canada's.
I know, but just do you have a lot of white friends?
All of my close friends are black. Why'd you ask that question? I want to know why.
I don't know. I was just asking because you are from Canada, so I was just asking. You said floppy hair earlier.
All my close friends are black.
Okay, and they are on a suicide mission.
No, I'm just saying to like there's some people who are in relationships right now where it's like it's a suicide mission to make their girl finish. It's like you have to like.
I'm telling you the truth. You're depressing me right now.
No, but this is the reality of facts. There's a lot of girls out there who say like they've never like gotten an orgasm before from it. There's a lot of girls who say that.
This is real because I have friends, whether straight or whatever. I have a lot of homegirls I have had homegirls throughout my life that will say that, and I will hear them, and I'll be like, "Are you sure you're not gay?" Like, I'm just like, I don't know, like, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, are you trying to hit on me?" I'm like, I am not, but I'm just saying that within the lesbian community, I will tell you one thing, at least the people I know, the ratio is a little bit better. I'm not saying try to become a lesbian because that's what it is. No. Like, you are what you are. If you like men, then find men. What I'm saying is that if you're not doing what you need to be doing, what you want to be doing, go find yourself somebody better. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you should be happy. You should be happy. You should be pleased. You should be enjoying your life. And there's a lot of girls that unfortunately are living with D- percentages.
Yeah, but I mean, once you're with someone long enough, you know what makes them tick. So I mean, I'm talking about like most people. Like you know what's crazy when I hear a girl go, "Oh, I've never been with someone," I'm just like, okay, well then you've probably had a lot of casual sex, because it's unrealistic for a woman to go into casual sex thinking they're gonna finish because that person doesn't fucking know them.
I can agree with that.
And they're not comfortable. It's so it makes sense.
And there is different people. Like, yeah, like with me, like if I know somebody and once I get to know somebody, then definitely it's going to be better than when I don't know them. So I get that. But I'm just saying more like
someone
if you've
said
been
he clearly has little sexual experience. Can you?
No, I don't think he does. I think he's just a guy. And I think he actually has been popular. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what it is. I think.
Yeah. Now, I'm speaking commonsensical facts. It doesn't always hit for women. Any dude who's listening right now knows what the fuck I'm saying is facts.
Yeah.
Because we experience it on a different end. Dax speaks facts.
Yeah, facts with Dax, for sure. So. And that's the thing. Even for me, like I've said before, you would expect me, and I almost like that the conversation is going like that, because I feel like a lot of dudes are like, Snow, she's a lesbian, she's a man hater, she's this, she's that. And no, I'm understanding that from a man's point of view, it is completely different than what it would be for a woman, especially a woman who dates women. Like, yes, we're going to have some things that we relate to as far as like dating women, but there are some things that are very specifically for each. And that's how that's why this conversation is good, is because it's like having a dude's dude and having a girl who like dates women and talking about what we could agree on and what we completely disagree on is a good fucking conversation.
Right.
I'm tired of dude podcasts that are just like a bunch of dudes like, yeah, man, she's tripping. Like, no, I'm telling you, sometimes the dude's tripping, sometimes the girl's tripping, sometimes whatever. Yes, sexual compatibility, I think, is a thing. I can understand where you're coming from when you're like, it's practice. I could get that.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, there are some people that have been married for 13 years and unfortunately the woman just had to deal and what is the word? She just had to deal with the fact that she never really gets hers. And that's just it. I know some married women that are like, what does that mean, orgasm? You're like, what? What are you talking about? Like,
I mean, they must have not communicated to him then. Because, I mean, there's no way there's other ways to achieve that. That doesn't just necessarily have to be like penetration from the D.
One
like,
of
you know
my
what I mean? So it's
one
like,
of my tia's friends
yeah.
has been married her whole life. And she said she never did. And she said that like when she explained it to me, I was like, I'm pretty sure he's gay. I'm pretty sure he's gay and he will never admit it to himself and he would never admit it to you and you guys are never going to get a divorce. But I'm pretty sure this just is what it fucking is. And she's sure, but she loves him so much that she's like, I will die if I'm not with him. So I'm just like,
that's interesting.
you also don't know people's situations.
But she can give herself one.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, she is.
Well, then she has to communicate to him how she gives herself one.
He
and
doesn't
what
care.
Well, then that's a whole nother issue.
That's why I'm
saying. It's like that's why I'm saying it's a skill that you can communicate to your partner if you're together long enough how to achieve that.
Yeah.
But it is an awkward conversation.
Yeah.
Who wants, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, look. And I've had this conversation with straight women too that are like, I just don't get how you could be gay. Who was here when I had that convo? I forgot who it was, but I had this conversation with somebody who was just like going in on me about being gay and was like, I just don't get how you could be gay. Like, I need my man. And I'm just like, okay, cool. But like the way you actually do what you do, I'm like, can you do that without like putting your hand where you put your hand? And she was like, well, no. I'm like, okay, so you don't need your man as much as it seems like you need your hand. Like, it just is what it fucking is. Like, don't judge other people based on like how they do things or what they do, because at the end of the day, you know how you get your shit. You know how you do your thing. If you're settling, you're settling. If you're not, you're not. You figure it out as long as you can be happy. But, just don't be 13 years into a marriage and then be like, I can't believe I could have been happier.
That conversation is tough for us as men to hear. It's not an easy, like, when a woman does try to communicate to you what maybe you could do better in the bedroom, that's like your manhood feels like it's being ripped from you. So there is that as well. It's just not as easy as like people think. And like I said, I know it's PC correct to say out loud. I have this theory where it's like people commit crimes and literally get defense lawyers knowing they're guilty. So oftentimes people are never really telling you what they actually feel. You have to wait for their actions. So like oftentimes I hear something like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a tough conversation to have. Most like, women aren't finishing all the time in the bedroom. Men are usually finishing 100% of the time.
Yeah.
It's
look, Leo, I'm dead. Leo. Okay. Sorry, Leo. He said, well, maybe he's her partner for other reasons than sex.
Right.
Completely right. And I had this conversation recently where I was like, hey, is that important? If you are with somebody and they are the nicest, sweetest, greatest person, but unfortunately for you, in that particular place, you are not fully satisfied. Can you live like that? That is a real question. That I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm the most knowledgeable person. I'm not. Maybe you can. Maybe that is how you want to live.
Here's another question as well. It's almost as if, what are you used to?
What? Are you
saying like if you're not satisfied in a certain area, well, what are you used to that's not making you satisfied? For me, it's like my appetite is what my appetite is because of what I eat. If I were to eat a lot more and gain a lot of weight, then I would need a lot more food to eat. So sometimes it's almost like, well, what are you doing to yourself that this is not satisfying for you? No, these are just
that is
these
the
are
most
real
toxic shit I ever heard. What are you
toxic.
used to? Well, I'm saying, like, if you're like, well, if you're not satisfied, then what the fuck are you used to? Like,
no, but it's a real question.
Well, I mean,
this is why things like porn are so harmful, because it sets unrealistic expectations. So people have this view of what they think sex should be.
Yeah.
And then when it's not that, they're disappointed. And that goes for everything in life. It's like, a lot of people eat with their eyes. I want this, I order that, but you don't finish it. Yeah. You have this expectation of what you think you can eat. This spans across all different topics, not just food. It's sex as well. But that's why the sexualization of our culture and all these things we see is making compatibility and relationships so much harder, because the expectations are so crazy. Yeah,
but okay. What are you? It just seems a little bit like, especially coming from a guy. It's like if a girl is not necessarily satisfied, right? And by the way, please, there's a mic. There is, both of y'all. Can somebody please, not me, be the only woman talking about this? Because goddamn.
It's probably like half and half. Like,
but what it
could be
is
a genetic thing. Like,
there's that too.
Okay, but what are you used to if a girl is not satisfied and a guy be like, well, goddamn it, what are you used to? It just sounds really aggressive.
Right. Well, and this is why things like this.
I ran a dick, bitch.
Things like this. Well, it's not about necessarily running out of schlong.
I know. It was. I'm just saying, like, for a man to say, what are you used to, just sounds a little bit like now somehow it's the woman's fault that it's like, what are you used to? Because even for me, by the way,
sometimes it is. Sometimes it's the man, sometimes it's the woman's. It can be both.
But
that's facts, right?
But what I'm saying is, like, sometimes it's not even like more of anything. Maybe sometimes it's different little nuances and little things that you just need to know. It's not always a mechanical thing. That's what.
Because that's battery powered, and that shit's gonna.
It is not always. It is not always a mechanical thing. Okay. It is a tact, sensual, nice. All these things have to come into play. Yes or no?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But why would you think of that as a negative? Like, oh, what are you used to? Wouldn't you want to, like, be able to be like, oh, okay, if she can get to that level, then I can get to that level, kind of thing.
Well, here's what people, as a man, we can always get to that level. You give us 60 seconds if it's going hard, we're going to bust. That's just a fact.
But no. What the fuck level? We're talking about the level
You're talking about intimacy?
The woman.
Yeah.
Right. Not just you. Men will fuck a couch and literally be done. Like, it doesn't, like, we're talking about from men with women or lesbians with other women.
Right.
What we're talking about getting to that level is your partner.
Right.
Because
not you.
Sex is just not you.
Right. It's so I guess my thing comes from experience. I've experienced both ends of the spectrum.
Oh.
I've experienced shit that takes that takes a lot of effort, and I've experienced things that don't take a lot of effort.
Okay, so the things that do take a lot of effort, is that what that's what you're saying?
The things the things that do take a lot of effort usually end up having a higher threshold. And that's just like a lesson for life. It's like if I continuously bench press 225 pounds, which I do because I'm an ox, eventually 225 pounds gets really easy, and I have to up the weight to continue to grow stronger. So if my level of experience continues to grow, I'm gonna need more to get to that peak.
So then why would you say
Paul Bunyan?
But then, like, if that woman that you're with
talk to me
is at this level, and you're saying, oh, well, how much more do you need? Wouldn't that be more of like a like you bench pressing?
No, I don't want to. But as a man, I don't want to be challenged like that, because then if I don't want to have to do backflips, so then why would I want to just in the bedroom?
Why would the girl would just want to be like, okay, then I guess.
She shouldn't want to be, but I'm just saying, like, as someone who's experienced both, I mean, like, you don't want to have to, like, as a man, you want to feel like a man in the bedroom. You don't want to have to do backflips and choreography and all types of.
Why would a man have to do backflips and choreography?
Okay, obviously, I'm exaggerating.
I know you're being facetious, but I'm just saying, like.
I'm just saying, like, it's simple like this. If you have more experience, you're gonna need more. If you have less experience, you're gonna need less.
We're starting out from this point.
Right.
And it's going to keep on growing.
Right. So, like, sometimes it's not, sometimes the dude isn't always bad. Sometimes the girl just needs a lot more because she's experienced a lot more. So she needs more.
I don't think that's right. I'm gonna tell you something.
How is that not right? That's literally the opposite of what you're saying. If all I'm doing is creating equality right there. That's all I did.
No.
So the dude isn't always bad at sex. The girl just might have too much experience to where what he is normal for him isn't normal for her.
Okay, but what if? Okay, you play video games, right?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, well, all right. So you also don't do that.
But I have in my youth. I did.
Okay, so check this out. What if a girl doesn't have that much experience?
Great.
But
amazing.
She needs.
No, I'm not perfect.
Okay.
Now I love it.
Just like I like it. I will take her to Dave & Buster's on the third week. No. But like, let's say a girl doesn't have that much experience, but she is particular. Then it's more about you learning how she is particular than it is about, oh, she's just had all this experience. It's not like you're throwing a hot dog in the hallway. It's more on some like,
it's like a learning curve.
It is just
which I would love, which is amazing.
You know, it's
but not, what you end up finding out as a man
it's exactly
is that
exactly what she said.
Sorry.
It's exactly what she said. It's like women. I mean, that woman probably likes it some way, and you have always been doing it another way.
Right.
You should take it as, oh, well, maybe if I do this, like, you know, kind of learn into it, right. And you might even find something about yourself.
Right. But like, you guys are agreeing with me. All I'm saying is that people with less experience require less.
But it sounds very negative how you say it.
And sometimes you got to tailor the message.
That's not true. People with less experience require less is not even a fact, though.
No, if I play in the NBA, other leagues are going to be easier.
But look, not everything is a fucking analogy, Dax. Look.
Everything is an analogy, though.
Okay, but
for most people.
Okay. I have been with somebody, for example, in just the lesbian community or whatever, that had a lot more partners than, for example, me. I'm known for, I haven't really had very many. But I am harder to figure out because I know exactly what the fuck I like and I know what I want, as opposed to someone who has just been out here with mad people. Because it's like, then it becomes, because I know what I like and I know what the fuck I want, I've been in long-term relationships. I've been able to figure out exactly what I want. And this person has just willy-nilly been fucking trying to figure out all this other shit. So then, you know, they think they know, and it's not always about aggressive or more or this or that. It's about the person, getting to know the person. All them hangouts at the, you know, car or parking lot or river or wherever where it wasn't sexual and you were talking and you were trying to get to know each other. That's what it is. It is those little tiny things that make you, you know, but it doesn't mean that because you have more experience, you know what I mean? Like you're harder to figure out. I'm not hard to figure out. I know myself.
Right.
And I haven't had very many partners. It's more just, you know, little. Maybe it's not more raw. Maybe it's more.
It's like a
I don't know.
It's like a passcode. Yeah, it's like a passcode.
I see what you're saying. I just feel like.
Look at guys. I know you brought guys in this chat because like women like the song and dance. Like,
I mean, we're bringing a little diversity. I just think like, I think a lot of this is just like I said. Once you get more experience, it takes more for you to have fun. If you're an adrenaline junkie. For my people who are adrenaline junkies, eventually just riding the motorcycle at 60 isn't enough. Eventually you need to go this. Then you need to skydive. Then you need more and more and more. That's life. Why are you
afraid of that?
But and not only that, why are you referring sex to skydiving and sky jumping and adrenaline? I mean, junkie?
I get what he's trying to say.
God forbid there's intimacy and just like
that's a prerequisite. That's gonna happen. I'm just talking about like some people require more, some people require less. If you're a nympho, it is more than likely you need more in the bedroom than just straight in and out. That motherfucker's gonna have to fucking swim in that motherfucker.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm dead. Yeah, like
Some motherfucker need a floaty now. Hold up. Okay, that's a bad joke.
The swimming, no.
But no, but what you understand? What I'm saying?
The swimming is necessary if she likes you. Like it's. You're swimming regardless. Like, what? Yeah. If you're not swimming, she don't like you.
All these things happen, right? But as a man, right? I'm gonna tell you what, because like I said, as a man, the first time
if I'm not swimming, she don't like me.
The first time you get sexual with that girl, you know, it's an experience because you're just like, okay, damn, what is it gonna take? Because your only goal is like, once you like a girl, your whole thing in sex now is like, try not to bust. No, really listen to what I'm saying. Casual sex remains like, whatever. But once you like a girl, sex becomes harder because now it's like, okay, I like her, so I know I could bust in 60 seconds, but I'm holding it because I want her to feel good. So imagine if you're with
I'll tap out of this. I think we both need to tap out of this convo because that's a guy.
This is just facts of life.
I could do that and I could keep going, but like him, he's like
no, it's different mentality because
it's a different. Yeah, it is.
It's a different because for you it's like, okay, yeah, I can bust or whatever, but I'm holding it for her.
Right.
But for me, the more I like this person, I'm like, what else can I do? Like I want to keep
right.
going and figure out exactly where I can go. You know.
Right.
So
for men,
she's
it's
about the
not,
trapeze.
But this is why the "To Be a Man" song is so important. Is because as men, we have to somewhat understand women to get them. Women don't have to understand men to get them. We have to understand women to get them.
I mean, you got a point.
You don't. So our experiences. Oh, shaking the table.
He's like, we're simple.
Our experiences are.
Andrea said lame right around the time we started talking about if she liked you, you should be swimming. Andrea, you sound dry as hell. Sorry. Okay. What?
But so like our experiences are completely different. So that's why like I really just love these conversations because it is our whole lives, right? So it's like I was having this conversation today. It's funny. It's like, okay, once a man likes you, his whole sexual experience with you changes. He is now holding back to try and not bust so you can finish. Because we can bust in 60 seconds or less if we want to. For girls, it's not like that.
Yeah, it is.
So.
No, I mean, I've held myself back.
Yeah.
Okay, most girls aren't holding themselves back from orgasms. Let's keep it a buck. Let's just be like.
Most girls are fucking men. Sorry.
Right, but like I said, girls know girls. But
girls that fuck women, like girls that fuck with women, are most of the time having to because there's just a different thing. So it's like with women.
I guess I'm talking about
man. It's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, which goes to show you why do women that fuck women they don't have to like.
Yeah, but you know it's great. Lesbian marriages have the highest divorce rate. So why aren't lesbian marriages staying together?
Because we have to deal with each other.
Exactly.
It's not a sexual thing.
Right.
I feel like most lesbians that divorce or break up would still go back. Yeah. They just don't. It's just we have to complex. Like. Women are more complex than men.
Right.
Like no, I mean you're completely right with what you say. Is like men are more simple.
Right.
But women who choose to date other women do not want simple, and that's why.
Which is why I'm saying if it takes a whole bunch of shit to make that happen, it's tough for a man to deal with. That's all I'm saying.
By the way, was that a statistic? He said lesbian women are biggest divorce or whatever?
The highest level of divorce rate.
I mean,
lesbian relationships?
Queer relationships.
Lesbian marriages. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. We are hard to deal with.
It's not easy.
It's not. But we're talking about sex, and that part is always great. Once again, maybe with that person that was like, what if that's not what their focus is? It's like, yeah, maybe no. Maybe the person you had the most sexual chemistry with is not the person you were supposed to marry. Maybe you were supposed to marry the nice person that you aren't going to argue with, that is going to be just, maybe you needed that like D-. Like D-, 60% might be better for you than 100%, but you're arguing all the time. Who knows?
Yeah, I always think about that. It's interesting. Like these conversations are so different because it's just like I said, men and women are so different. Like you say D-, like what does that mean?
No, because you said 60% and that's a D- if you
right. Because it's like a dude doesn't care how good a woman is at sex, but girls care how good a dude is at it. Like we don't rate women like that.
But girls,
she's a D. It's like no, it's not how we think.
Wait, girls do care.
I know girls care. Girls rate guys like he's a D-.
Guys do care though.
Nah, we're not rating a girl how good she. Like we're not like, oh, she's a D- at sex. It's like no. The most dudes aren't like that.
Yeah, I haven't really thought that.
Yeah, we don't think like that.
But then again, you guys don't stay with them. Y'all both ain't married, so it's not like you guys are like, ooh, yeah, well, this is the one. Like you guys are like, all right, cool, moving on.
Like it's important to rate them. No, it still would be important.
Not like rating, but it's just like you're not. I mean, that's not who you tying down. That's not you. You're not putting the ring on it.
So only rate them like once it's like great. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I said, I'm not speaking for all men.
Asking.
Everyone's different, but I'm just saying like like for us dudes, it's more like, okay, we're attracted. Okay, we want to have sex with her, but we're not like if she's doing backflips in there, it's not like the end all be all.
Why is everybody doing backflips?
No, that's just like my word. That's just my word. Like backflips is like they're doing the utmost in there. You know, obviously things are better than the other, but it's like you can, if you're with a girl long enough, these things are going to come along. So we're not concerned when we meet a girl how good she is at sex. Because in reality, we're doing most of the work.
Yeah,
let's just keep it a buck. It's not true. Like, we're doing most of the work in the bedroom.
Whatever y'all are doing.
Right, yeah. I mean, like, have you ever like thrusted for 45 minutes straight?
Yes, it's exhausting.
Correct. So like we're doing a lot of the work. So it's like like I said, the mentality is so different. I will say that
the first time that I actually had to be like the guy, I was like, God damn, this shit is fucking sucks. What the hell is this? I really actually, like, as a woman who has had to for once be the man, I was like, nah, dog, my arms hurt. Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, I get you. I get why y'all motherfuckers be so angry sometimes. It's like, what?
Shit's real. It's
like, I have to buy you dinner.
It's hard for people to say out loud. Go to
sleep.
Which I understand.
Keep going. You're like, go to sleep. Stop. Like, fuck. Take a fucking melatonin.
Take a fucking melatonin.
So now you're on his side. You're like,
yeah.
Why are you so hard to please?
Actually, you're right.
How many people have you fucked before?
Every dude has been in that situation where they want to say it or not.
Damn it. No,
were you in that motherfucker, boy? You and you like, damn it.
You just show up with like the comically
everybody's wondering why out of nowhere I got lower back problems. Like, God damn it, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Right. We're all being funny. And also, just so you guys know, he doesn't represent all men. I don't represent all women or lesbians. Right. We all are just friends having a fucking conversation.
Right. I just represent a good amount.
That's silly. Right. He represents Canada.
No, I really do represent a good amount, though.
Yeah, he represents.
Yeah, I represent a good amount. Most men will say what I'm saying, but it's not favorable and it's not going to garner them more women. So it's like, well, I'm not going to say this out loud because it's not going to get me.
Yeah.
Like I said, people commit crimes and still get defense lawyers knowing they're guilty because if they were to admit to the crime, they would be held accountable. That is an analogy for life that goes so far. It makes you look at people and be like, you know what? What you're saying may not be what you're actually thinking, which is why I got to watch your actions instead of listening to your words. Dax facts.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm hearing him, but I'm also hearing him kind of rapping. So I'm like, oh, don't let him start battle rapping me right now. I'm kind of lit right now. But no, yeah, it is.
What's a Dax? Do you mess with grenades?
I read that too.
So the grenade is what again?
Like not the best, not the cream of the crop of the club.
You've never seen Jersey Shore?
Back in my day.
So yeah, they would always
the grenades.
They would always go into the club and they'd be like, oh, we don't want any grenades, or like quote unquote ugly girls would come to the house. They'd be like, oh, there's a grenade.
Man, you know, it depends on how honest I want to be. Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's crazy. And here's a great way to explain it. I was on the instant gratification gram the other day.
Oh, what the?
IG.
That's actually, I feel that.
Instant gratification gram. And I saw a comment about something, and I clicked the profile, and it was a girl. Like, listen, let's keep it a buck about life. Not everyone's, you know, a supermodel. Not everyone's a male model. Everyone isn't, you know what I mean? But there's other ways you can make yourself more attractive to the opposite person or whoever it is. Time, personality, all these different things. But it was this girl or something like that, and she was just talking some shit or whatever it was, and I was like, man, you know what? I looked at her, and I was like, wherever you're at in the world, I guarantee you there's dudes who are fighting over you. So that answers the question.
What happened?
No, you
Sorry.
Good. I'm just saying, like the grenade thing. It's like, you know, if you give her one attribute, maybe give her, the bottom or the top or the face. Someone's fighting over her somewhere.
Yeah.
So like,
depending on how many.
Depending on the person.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody.
Not even the person. Go to a place. One of the places I've lived. You give them one attribute: an ass, boobs, or face. Somebody is fighting over that.
Yeah.
That's just facts of life.
Somebody can think that you're a grenade. Somebody else can think you're a total 10.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It is what it is.
But it was pretty funny. The grenade whistle from Jersey Shore. Everyone's saying. I used to watch Jersey Shore all the time, and that's all that came up.
That was at Snooki, right?
Yeah.
Snooki.
Yeah.
They had a whistle.
Yeah, there was this one time that this girl came in with her friend, and they were like, "Oh, I'm about to blow on the grenade whistle," and they're like, "Oh, what is that?" So he came out with this big thing. He just started. It was like a trumpet or something, and then he just kept going, "The grenade whistle." Yeah. It was so embarrassing, and the fact I knew that these girls would come in, and they knew the writers would be like, "Listen, you need to sign this off or whatever. You're gonna come in or whatever." But like, we're not responsible for anything. Wow. And they would just fucking be like, all right, I guess I'm the fucking grenade. They're okay for their 5 minutes of fame.
Wow.
They're like, okay, I'll be the grenade.
It is shocking how much people.
I'd be like, hell no. They think I'm
right.
They
like
think I'm ugly. I'm
out.
Ugly
on TV. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, to everybody. I mean, everybody. There's people that you might think as a 10, and then when you break up with them, you look at them, you're like, oh, damn, I was tripping. So it's also, the pink rosy glasses when you're into somebody. Mm-hmm. That just is what it is. Right. You never know. I love how many fucking random turns we took on these conversations. Dax, we gotta go out at some point, bro. I wanna I don't know if I go to Canada or out here or wherever the fuck we could be at. Costa Rica.
I get wild.
I want to, bro. We gonna get a section. We gonna be lit, and then we gonna.
I don't like sections. Oh. I don't go to clubs though, so that's me.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
So we're gonna have to go.
The only reason I get a section is because I also want somewhere to run away to if I want to get away from people. Right. Like I need to be able to know that if I want to go in a corner, I can. And sometimes if you just walk up in a club, the problem is now I have nowhere to fucking go to. Like, what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom and the line is 30 people deep. So, you know what I mean? Get a little section, like, See,
this was my thing. I guess for me, it's like
I like to dance.
All my shit goes back to like just like my childhood stuff, where it was like, okay, so I used to go. Say if I used to go to the bar, or the club, it was essentially to get girls. That was
true.
Yeah, it's like, let's keep it a whole buck, right? Like, it's like, that's why you go. So then it's like, but then when I realized that, like, okay, I remember being in Ottawa, Canada, and I came back from junior college, and then I was of age, so I went to a couple bars, and I was just there, and I was like, man, yo, if Justin Bieber walked in this right now in some flip-flops and a t-shirt, all these sections wouldn't matter, and he could probably get whatever girl he wanted. I was like, man, fuck this shit. So that's literally how it happened. I was
become Justin Bieber.
Just whatever that is for every person. Like, try to get myself to a point to where I don't have to play these keeping up with the Joneses. Go to the club and get the section, and then and everyone's dressed well. Everyone's doing this. Everyone's that, and then we're all trying to get girls and blah 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 blah. Yeah. Like, that shit just really angered me when I was growing up.
Yeah, well, I get that, but also there's like, for example, I've gotten this section and it's been just me and her. Like, I didn't get it to get girls. I didn't get it to nothing. I get it because I have social anxiety. I don't want to be near people, and I want to have my section, drink my bottle, sit down, people watch comfortably, and literally, like, I don't even have, like, most of the times when I get a section, I wish I was that person that pulls up with all the people and the baddies. I don't. It'd be like me and tops 4 people, and now we're sitting there, so every section next to us has bitches and shaking ass and whatever, and it's just 4 of us. Like, this is great. Like, we literally, I don't know, sometimes I just do it because I want to have somewhere to run to,
away from people.
It's like a home away
and then
I
go down and I could dance and I could have my good time, but then I could come back and have my little water, and I love choices. And the waitresses make me feel so good. It's like my mommy issues are totally cool because they're like, baby, do you need something? I'm like, I am baby, aren't I?
Call me baby.
You know what I mean? Like, that's it. That's what I like. I like to do all that shit. So, somebody said, how long has it been now? Damn, tell me, you want us to fucking get the fuck off? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't realize
it's alive though. It can stay as long.
Right? It could stay. Yeah, right. We on this bitch. We chilling.
We still got 881 people in here. We're tuned in. They're locked in. Come on now.
But we are gonna eventually have a fucking. We're gonna go somewhere. We're gonna party, turn up, have a section, and then after that, I want to have a podcast where we talk about the experience that we just fucking went through. Somebody earlier asked me if I'm gonna have Mexican OT. I mean, you tell him. I'm down to have OT. But yeah, I think it'll be dope. At one point, we all didn't know anything. We were taught, and if you find the person who is lacking one thing, why would you not guide them to please you? Go ahead, Sonia.
Yeah, Sonia's speaking some facts.
Hey.
It was, I mean, like I said, 99% of the people you meet, you don't end up with. People don't ever talk about that. You know what I mean? It's like 99% of the people you date, you don't end up with. So what is everyone doing that's not working? And then most of the people who end up together don't stay together.
Yeah. Exactly. What did you?
Someone just said, "Oh, that's clout chasing. Do what you want." No one's saying that whatever people's point of view of fun is right or wrong. Is just it is what it is. You don't like to have sections. You like to just vibe. You like sections because you like your space and you like.
And I don't always. Some of the places I go to don't even have sections.
Clout chasing. It's just a choice that you make. Not everyone is the same.
Right. And look, Las Perlas. That is a tiny spot. There's a little spot in downtown. That place does not have sections. That place doesn't even that place barely has a seat. Like you are there. I've never sat in Las Perlas. No, once.
Las Perlas.
It's very fun. The drinks are actually very good. The music is dope, and there's no. It's a small little bar, but we go there, and I've never not had fun there. Yes or no?
No, it's very fun.
Yeah, recently I've enjoyed. I've started going to like have dinner and stuff more at restaurants.
Nice. Beauty and Essex and their fucking meatballs, fucking delicious. Yeah, we gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta go out, man. Just fucking, we gotta make some rappers out here, shaking the world up.
Listen, we're artists. We're not rappers.
Some artists out here, future country Grammy winners out here fucking vibing and shit. I mean, I feel like that could be really dope. My brother doesn't really go out very much, but if I can get his ass out the house, that would be lovely. There's some real good restaurants with good music. I feel like Beauty and Essex does have good music. Their drinks are mid.
Beauty and Essex.
Their drinks are fucking mid, but their food and their music is good.
Describe a mid drink.
It's just not a good mix. It's like okay, I can have a shot. I know it's gonna taste like tequila. You can have a, whatever. But there's some drinks that it's like they put too much of like the sour, and then it's like somehow it's not sweet or delicious. It's just like syrup with like liquor and then just like ice. It's like, how are you watered down?
Maybe you had the wrong bartender, because when I went to Beauty and Essex, their drinks were strong as hell. I was like,
no, that was the problem. They were too strong. They were not complimentary to my food. If I want a strong drink, I'll just have a shot.
I don't drink with my food. I drink after.
Yeah, I like my stuff straight to the point.
I had a drink.
If I am doing that.
But to me, for example, Las Perlas, it's a small bar. You wouldn't expect their bartenders to be better than somewhere where your tab is $1,000.
No, yeah.
So to me, it's just like.
He's like, hold on.
He's like, I ain't going out with you, Snow.
He's like, hold on, you sound expensive.
It only takes me $15 to get lit, boy.
15?
What? I mean, listen, when I started drinking, I used to call them mental health walks in Wichita, Kansas. When you walk to that thing, you get a nice little vodka thing, 15. I mean, this was 54.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Is that a Canada price?
Right.
That's Wichita, Kansas. I mean, minimum wage is $7.25, so
oh yeah, you're right.
Different.
That's facts.
Bro, look, out here, boy, when I tell you, that's why sometimes it's also better to get a table, because if you think about it, you get how many drinks? You're there, a few people buying rounds or whatever. It might cost you $500 to fucking go out with people, and a table might be $700. You're better off getting a table with drinks, with water, with all kinds of shit than to fucking keep on buying everybody attention. They're petting you, you know what I mean?
Who's petting you?
Who's petting
you? The girls, they're like, oh my God, you're so cute. And you're like, yes, I am. You know, and then they're like, grab my titty. And you're like,
me. Oh my God.
She's like,
okay. Hey, man. Listen.
What places you be going to? Because
in Vegas, I remember one girl, she was like, here's my titty, put it in your mouth. I was like, oh,
girls like girls where I'm from.
It's crazy.
No, I'm sorry.
I mean, it does get crazy. It's zania.
I love this. This podcast is going to be 4 hours.
Look, I'm having a blast.
Up on 3 hours.
It turns out that the birthday party I was supposed to go to right now, they're like, oh, you gotta wear cowboy themed.
Interesting.
And I was like, okay, I look good in some cowboy theme.
Hey, I'm
gonna get drunk and then do cowboy theme, bro. I'm about to walk out here. This ain't Texas or whatever.
Oh wow! I'm doing the Grand Ole Opry next week. That's gonna be crazy.
Oh, hey. Nice.
In Nashville, yeah.
That's dope.
With Darius Rucker's gonna be crazy.
Like
now he's country.
Hey, look. Yeah. Once I get drunk,
I got. Listen, we got another song coming too. I'm gonna hit you with that vibe, and when I do, it's gotta be ready to react. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be amazing. Bro.
Me on some corrido shit is about to be fucking fire.
What's corrido?
Corrido. Can you show them the Karin and what's the country guy that I told you about? That Karin just made a song.
I saw his Opry debut. I think you gotta say it. The one you showed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope.
Oh, he's singing Tennessee Whiskey.
Who?
Karin Leon.
Oh no, Karin Leon, and he has a country collab.
Country collab.
What's his name? It was at Premios Lo Nuestro. Just look up Karin Premios Lo Nuestro, and he did a
Premio Lo Nuestro. Did I say that good?
Premios Lo Nuestro.
Lo Nuestro.
Yeah, that was good.
Listen, I can.
Hey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kane Brown, that's right.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm low key. People don't know, but Dax be starting these waves, man. But it.
Siempre lo has hecho, será como yo, no. Call you off and then you call me up. Say come over and I
Is that the Opry?
That's at Premios Lo Nuestro,
okay.
Miami.
Oh, Miami. Okay.
Tell me, is there something that you're missing, baby? You're like a wild horse living on a run.
All right, pause it before we get fucking copyrighted from Premio Lo Nuestro.
Yeah, watch out. Premio Domesto.
But yeah, Premio de Besto. Said Premio de Zesto.
Prime the Presto.
Buca de Beppo.
Buca de Beppo.
Oh, that sounds good though.
Right.
Dax and Snow coming soon though. That's for sure, man. Definitely.
Right?
I mean, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna make some
Well, I'll
shit
tell
shake.
you what.
Make some shit shake.
Nah, for real. And also the fact that just vibing and shit. We be funny in the studio too.
Well, the problem with us is that last time we were beside each other in any capacity was almost 2 years ago.
Right.
So it's like this is making up for lost time.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then you FaceTiming me at the quinceañera that I was at.
Right. I FaceTimed you yesterday too. You didn't pick up.
Oh my gosh.
No, but it's okay.
He keeps bringing it up.
I knew I was going to be coming here. So I was like, okay, well, I'm seeing her
well, I'm going to bring it up. That I FaceTimed you yesterday.
I'm dead. What was I doing? Oh, well, yesterday I was very nervous for the event. I did my own makeup.
Okay, so yesterday was the event. That's
I did my own makeup. I did my own hair. Like, I had to, you know what I mean, really get myself together because, you know, it's a lot. You must be lucky. Like, being a guy is like, you know, you show up to the event. Yeah.
Right.
As a girl, you're like, if I'm doing my makeup and then I fuck up, I'm like, like, what the fuck? You know, it's like, it's
people ask me about my hair. Like, I wash my hair 4 times a year.
Oh, nice.
Like, I don't have to do anything. I don't.
Well, that's lucky for you.
Like, left to my own devices, I won't even shower every day.
Okay, hold on.
All right, Dax.
Don't say that on live.
But no, but it's not like that. The carryover is different. So it's like if I work out, because I work out multiple times a day, so it's like I'm not going.
So you definitely shouldn't be saying that on live.
I'm not worried if it. Yeah.
So you work out multiple times a day.
Yeah. So like when I wake up, I wake up at like 6 a.m. or 6:30, whatever that is. I write out my shit and I do like push-ups in between each one I knock off, or pull-ups on the off days. But then I'll get an actual I actually got to go and push iron at a certain point at the gym. So it's like I'm not going to take a shower in between that.
But like you take a shower eventually.
Yeah, eventually. But sometimes that shower carry into the next day. In the morning.
I see what you're saying.
I shower the most on tour. On tour, I shower like 3 times a day. I'm a very clean person.
Yeah. I mean, tours, yeah. And also, tours, like showering is sometimes like almost the only alone time you get sometimes. For me, I shower a lot more on tour as well. Like I shower every day, but I shower more on tour because yes, like meet and greet. Sometimes you just have to like, I don't know. There's just something in like trying to get something off of you because you have meet and greets and you have sound checks and you have, you know, constant travel and
your shows are wild.
Shows. Yeah. Like just constantly like sometimes getting in that shower is the only time that people will fucking leave you alone. I'm like, I'm going to take a shower. Right. Nobody knock on this shit. And then I hate if I'm in the bathroom and somebody, I'll be like, this is my only alone time. Please. Like just fucking let me be. That's
why I tell people you shouldn't even be washing your hair every day. You see, what they did is this now. It's powerful, right? Why does the shampoo say wash and repeat? It's not because you're supposed to repeat with those chemicals. It's because they want you to get rid of the bottle quicker so you can buy another one. So, which is why people say, how is my hair so healthy? It's because I let the natural oils do what they're supposed to do.
True.
But also my hair goes up and not down, so the sweat doesn't drip down.
It gravitates up.
Your hair, yeah.
Like sweat can't go up. So my hair. Listen, I got methods to my madness now.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, yeah. I mean, you look like a clean guy, so it's it makes sense.
Very clean.
I don't know. I feel like, you know, sometimes for us it's just like for me, a shower is I think a lot of times too very like it's just therapy. Mental, it's therapy. Yeah. So it's like, you know, like I want to go in there just because I want to be in the hot water and and that's where I pray, that's where I meditate, that's where I do like, you know what I mean? So for me, a lot of these things are just
So what are your views on female rap? Like what, like the scene right now? Imagine like what? Because I feel like it's really big. Controversial right now.
Fuck all them bitches. No, I was joking. What am I? I mean, I think it's good that women are getting the shine. I think I'm glad that there is a wide spectrum and variety of different type of female rappers. Everything from pussy rap to conscious rap to lyrical rap to you know pop rap, whatever the fuck it is. It's there. I think obviously the powers that be in the music industry know what the fuck they want to push, and they're going to continue to push that, and they know whatever their propaganda and their shit is. But also I'm not here to talk shit about anybody. I'm just like, you know, as a female rapper, my journey is my journey, their journey is their journey, and it also is very much up to fans what they want to promote, what they want to push, and what they want to support. If you know, if you like and love lyrical rap, and you know, not necessarily me, but you like somebody that is, then push them, help them, support them. Going around telling them they're what's the word? Going around telling a rapper like, oh, you're under, what is that word? Under, like when they're not
underground.
No, yeah, or when you don't get your props.
Underrated.
Underrated. When people go to a rapper, you're underrated, or you're this, you're that. Oh, those bitches are overrated. That doesn't help the rapper you like. What helps is support them, like them, share their shit, push their shit, do something. Talking shit about people who are currently on the radio or being pop or whatever, that doesn't help anybody else. So support who you like. Support who you love, gravitate towards who you do, let that be your For You page, and that's it. I'm not in the business of talking shit about any other women. Everybody has their own journey, and everybody has their own fucking shit that they're pushing, you know? Gravitate towards who you like.
Love that.
You know?
Love that.
We all turn on a little pussy rap every once in a while and be like, meep, 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 meep. And then sometimes you turn on some, like, motherfucking Lauren and you're vibing. Do whatever you fucking
I gotta check out this Lauren girl.
Lauren, first of all, I was talking about Miss Lauryn Hill. But
Lauren Hill.
But Lauren Haregi too. No, Lauren Haregi is an awesome singer. She's a great singer.
I think I've seen her before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we out here. Oh. But yeah, Dax, you're a great fucking rapper. You're a great artist, and I loved having you on this podcast.
Oh, we're done.
No, we could continue, but I am gonna have to pee after she goes pee. Okay. So if y'all want to talk, why don't you talk to my brother, since that's a dude?
Okay, I'll take the reins here. But this.
We could do it day once if you want to keep going, but I feel like
I think 3 hours. Damn, it's 3 hours. It did not feel like 3 hours. Yeah, okay.
I know.
Do y'all want to pose real quick?
That's why.
Oh yeah, we should pose for the camera,
and then people could. All right.
Pose for the camera. Pose for the camera. Pose for the camera. Pose for the camera.
Now post that shit, right? Hey.
Yeah. yeah, we can wrap
he's still posing for the camera.
Oh yeah, we're done.
No, yeah. Yeah, we could do a little bit of a day ones. I feel like, you know, day one, like I said, that's the more private one where we can say whatever the fuck we want to say. I think it should be more unhinged. Because I feel like people were saying that I'm not understanding where Dax is coming from. And I'm fully understanding. But because I also sometimes have to remember that I'm like representing the lesbian community. And the lesbian, not to do this, but the lesbian community is so many different people. There is femme, there is masc, there is stem. So it's like, I see it from every point of view. I see it as a woman who has dated a man. I see it as a masc who has dated women that I almost feel like I'm the man. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, what the fuck? And then I see it as you know, so many, that it's like sometimes I just am mindful of my words because I'm like, like I'm trying to grasp all of it and I understand it all. So sometimes that Gemini moon bites me in the ass with that duality of being like, I get this and I get this. And so I end up freezing and just being here like a moron, but I'm gonna pee.
Yeah, I shockingly I can relate to lesbians as someone who likes women.
True.
So I'm on that. I think that's why
we're here. You relate to lesbians. Love that. Dax, thank you so much for fucking being a part of this shit. We're gonna do a day ones right now. If you don't know what a day ones is, you should know what a day ones is. You go to youtube.com/everydaydays/join. You become a day ones and you about to watch us be more unhinged in the privacy.
I've been sweating.
In the privacy of not being on the public eye. This is our version of let's just talk to the real fans. The only fans. It's not the only fans. I don't have an only fans, but the fans only over here. All right. We love y'all. Thank you so much, Dax. You're invited all the motherfucking time. You hear me? We out.
Esa niña no se aguanta. Quiere todo porque el pussy sabe a Fanta. Si la dejas por pendejo se te casa. Dale todo, dos de lengua y una horchata. Si te alcanza, I'm the shit, huh? Are you catching what I'm throwing for a pickup? Same bitch I always was, now I'm just richer. I'm about to shake it up and check the Richter. This a sticker.
You say some things your numbers don't say. I got some kids with toys that don't play. Kilo de azúcar pa' mi conflakes. I don't need roses, pour me rosé.
No soy santa, baby, yo soy vale madre, faca chancla. Lo que yo sí tengo mucho a ti te falta. Y si quieres yo te enseño con el ram pa pa pam, ram pa pa pam pam. No soy santa, baby, yo soy vale madre.